Good morbing, everyone. Good morbing. Unlike last time, Nitro is actually here. So yeah, he's just kind of, you know, in the background type of thing. But good morbing, everyone. A lot of people are like, man, cool, you already did this the other day. Why are you doing this again? And it's just, like I said in the description, working on videos is hard. So we're doing this instead. I was doing a bunch of messing around with Baruch earlier today to try and figure stuff out for his video, because that's going to be coming up here soon-ish, but, I forgot how fucking just, like, needlessly hard the soundtrack for Until You Fall goes, by the way. Peak viewer retention with this. Were you beating event kids? That is an important part of the experience. Are you stuck with the tier list ideas in your head? I'm sorry, I feel like Lunatic, I accidentally passed on like a fucking neurological virus to you. I'm hyped for Baruch bit. Like, the tricky thing with it, and I'm trying to be very careful with it. The first thing is that my new microphone got here, but I found out that my mic arm doesn't actually have the thread required to mount it. So I can't even start recording it until that happens. But also, the opening intro song for today is Unrelenting Fury from the game Until You Fall. If you have a VR headset, I highly recommend it. It's not like if there's that much content to it, I guess, but it's very fun for what it is. It was the guy who brought up the Protea time stop thing. I'm sorry, Lunatic, this has happened to you. But, Baruch is I mentioned this the other day when I was talking about it, but Baruch is a pretty complicated ability, all things considered. And so I'm doing my best to try and, like, like with all of these videos, I play with the Exalted quite a bit before I make the video on it. But with this one, I'm trying to like really be sure. It's tricky too, because like I know inevitably every video I make in this series is I'm going to forget something, some more than others. Like Exalted Blade and Hysteria, I missed quite a few major things. But like so far from early feedback, I didn't miss that much in the Iron Staff video. It's funny though, because I told people in the beginning to not get political about Wukong, and half the comments are people getting political about Wukong. So I think I accidentally like reverse psychologied the comments into doing exactly what I didn't want them to. Because I wasn't joking, I genuinely wanted people to shut the fuck up about it. But are you doing pseudo-exalted?
And the word Wukong in the comments. That'll solve.
That would have been hilarious. Just the word Wukong in the comments. That video was banned. But I will be doing pseudo-exalteds. I'm gonna be honest with you, although pseudo-exalteds are such a dense topic, I don't know how I'm gonna do them yet. Because the plan is that after all of the regular ones are done, I'm going to do like an intro to pseudo-exalteds video where I explain stat sticks and stuff like that. And then I will go into each individual one, but like especially with like there's just so much there, right? With like incarnate evolution perks affecting them, ribbons, melee specific mods. Like that's part of why Jaw Sword was considered a good one for a while. Honestly, it was never really all that, but that was before we knew how to play the game, right? But like Kuva weapon progenitor bonuses apply. There's so much stuff with that kind of thing, and like a very popular strategy right now. There was a video that I saw that was posted of Atlas dealing about 40 million damage a punch on level cap difficulty enemies because of the new melee arcane. Like, it's just such a complicated topic. I don't know how I'm going to cover it. Genuinely, I don't know how I'm going to cover it because there's so much there. I'm not sure what that's going to be like. I also think that, like, a Zorpalod in the thumbnail, yeah, exactly. Make sure to get your Zorpal weapon. As they say in the Destiny community, right? DPS rotation, if you will. But, so yeah, Baruch is next. He's gonna be complicated. Is bonkers. Yeah, because the fact that Ceramic Dagger is mostly puncture, I think, is funny, because it took what was arguably already the most meta, like, stat stick weapon in the game, and made it worse. Also, yeah, I was messing with my gain a bit. I don't know how much quieter I am. OBS tells me that I'm topping out my mic, so I'm kind of adjusting it a little bit to see. Because I did notice, I was listening to the previous stream to get an idea, and I noticed that when my mic hits the top out range, it starts to make a popping noise, and I find that really fucking annoying. I'm pretty sure that's actually a bug in NVIDIA broadcast, but yeah, the stat stick video is going to be a very difficult one to make. You were listening to the previous stream. I had it on for about 20 minutes earlier just to kind of get an idea of how the audio quality and stuff, where it was at 3 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. for me, so I'm chilling, thank you very much. But $1 p.m. get real? Damn. That is the same vibe as the stream starting photo. Do you have space for it / want to see it, and where do I send it? You can DM it to me on Discord if you have that, or I guess if you have a Twitter account, you can tag me that way too, whatever is easier for you. It's 9 a.m. Wake up. True. Time zone scales with power strength. I respect that. This stream probably won't go on for too terribly long, but it is what it is. I'm in a bit of a weird spot where, like, after just releasing the Iron Staff video, part of me wants to try and, like, get to work on the next thing right away, but it's kind of difficult to do that, especially when it's such a dense topic. I'm going through bureaucracy? What do you mean, Tabato? I wake? I'm sorry. I should probably actually get the game going. I think I left the audio thing on, so we'll... Today's live reaction, I believe, was one of Blueprints, because... Okay, it should be pretty obvious. How long have we been streaming? About 10 minutes. Let me pop this out so I can read it more easily. Every single time I interact with anything, YouTube wants to tell me about managing moderators. I do not care. Now I have to wait an hour until I get it signed. That's grim. That's grim as fuck. Nitro, are you still there? I think his mic broke again. The DND check. Rim. Okay, Nitro's back.
There we go. Yeah. Hi. Just sent you a few of us potential choice DMs. Yeah, Kims.
Is Cool Kid gay or is he a real person? Are those mutually exclusive? Send your old mic to Nitro. This one's been giving me enough problems. It probably won't help him, honestly.
I mean,
The awkward plague doctor glyph.
Fine, but like, I probably should get a new one at some point.
That's just the fit of the Lavos Yersin skin.
Maybe I should
I'm
get
sorry.
Get like a Half-Life 1 quality mic.
I'm not a big fan of the Kuva one because his little head sitting in the Mountain Dew here. But I really, really like this one. Like, Lavos Prime is gonna have to look fucking crazy for me to take this type of fit off. Why are my emojis open?
Talking about the kid, did you pick
What
the
do
one
you-
about the fucking, yeah, Eleanor Saleming line?
What?
Which one did you pick about the fucking, here?
You're just confusing me, dear. I'm sorry, I don't have the mental bandwidth for this.
Just asking you which dialogue option you picked.
Oh, I picked the one that was more amicable towards the operator. He's drowning in the gamer piss. Real and true. Monster Energy cooled Lavos. Yeah, urine-based cooling, as it were. Also, the link at the top of my screen just redirects to my YouTube channel. I own this domain. Prime could give a good body. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. We'll be 3 hours long. Sevagoth Exalted video is going to be interesting. I actually think it's not going to be that much longer than the others for a pretty simple reason. You can't put Helminth abilities on the Shadow itself. I'm going to do a bit of looking into, like, how do Helminth abilities on Sevagoth interact with the Shadow, or are there any that I can make, like, work across the two? Because, like, there are some things like that where, like, certain channeled abilities and stuff will stay active on Sevagoth, most notably Gloom. If you enter the Shadow while Gloom is on Sevagoth, you can stay in range of Sevagoth to benefit from Gloom. But it's going to be an interesting episode. They finally fixed the bug a while back now. What the fuck are you talking about, Nitro?
Yes.
Okay.
He's speaking boy tongue at me.
Anyways, they finally fixed the bug a while back that the Shadow didn't benefit from Archon shards placed on Sevagoth, so that's good. But yeah, the next one up is going to be Baruch. It's probably going to be the longest of the Melee episodes, which is surprising because, like, Excalibur's was fairly long, but Baruch has so much weird nonsense that it's just going to kind of be a trip. Also benefit from his augments a bit. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, Death's Harvest, which is the Shadow's third ability, I believe, benefits from both of the augments. The crit chance bonus from the one and the propagation effect of Dark Propagation. Yet to be decided. After Baruch, it'll be Sevagoth, I believe. And then my plan is after Sevagoth, I'm going to do Titania, because she has a melee and a gun, and I want her to serve as the transition into the guns. On Sevagoth and the Shadow. That's kind of weird. Huh, interesting. That also doesn't feel like it's intentional, but who knows. Like, someone commented that Tennokai on your regular melee weapon can trigger Tennokai on your Exalted, and I tested that and it worked, and then I tested it again literally today and it didn't work. So I don't know if it's been fixed or what, but can I also transition into a gun? Are you fucking G1 Megatron? What do you mean? Yeah, Transformers, as in I'm transitioning into this fucking firearm. They fixed it? Yeah, I assumed as much. Also, Atlas does have a pseudo-exalted, and he'll get an episode later on. Korra, I'm also going to talk about Venari in her episode as an exalted companion, but she'll still be after the mainline exalted. She'll still be after that in the pseudo-exalted sections. Because my current plan is, like, we get through the melees, then we do the guns, and then after the guns, I'm going to do the mechs, and then after the mechs, I'm going to talk about Garuda, because I think she's an interesting sort of, in-between. And then after Garuda is pseudo-exalteds, and then after that I want to do a video called Odds and Ends, where it's just a bunch of things that aren't really either, but have some interesting stuff to talk about, like Ash and Styanaxis 4, and the nail bombs on Vauban, stuff like that I think is cool and would be worth talking about. Go Nitro the wide comms. I guess I could
Okay.
probably get the stream clip from yesterday. If you try to scrap an already built railjack item in the dry dock, things don't look normal. We'll put it that way.
Oh, that's-
Isn't it basically just a normal Kava? Not necessarily. Venari is kind of like a... Venari's weird because she's really more of a vessel for other powerful things, but the buff that gave her her claws was a huge thing for her because it let her attack form spread crazy damage with Contagious Bond. Also, I thought about doing Marilena as an Exalted K-Drive, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. Desert Wind combo easy to maintain. Yeah, I also found the wonderful strat for maintaining combo just called blocking from time to time, because I kind of forgot that build's combo. And also, yeah, Garuda's Talons will be after all of the regular Exalteds. It's my hope is that the series will be done before the summer starts, but we're gonna have to see. My current pace of 2 videos a month is not great. I wanted to do 1 a week, but I just don't think I realistically, between my regular life and just my own desire to work on videos, I feel like it would be, or it's difficult to maintain that kind of pace. But I want to have it done before the summer starts. That's the plan. I think based on my current rate of release, I'll probably have Baruch done either at the end of this month or very beginning of February. Razor Wing is going to be a complicated one, though, because, Exalted Shadow, we'll figure that out, right? But with Razor Wing, that is going to be such a complicated episode. For those who don't know, right, I guess to elaborate on this, Razor Wing isn't just 1 exalted weapon, it's 2 exalted weapons and a pseudo-exalted because the fucking Razor Flies benefit from Dewata, the stats on Dewata, and Dewata can also benefit from certain stats placed on your regular melee, meaning you can have 2 layers of stat sticks that affect the stupid butterflies. So, the moral of this story is Razor Wing is probably going to be the longest single episode of the entire series. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also, I know with all the stuff that I will inevitably miss as I make this series. Like I said, Wukong's video was okay enough. I haven't gotten that much feedback about things that I've missed, but I know there's going to be so much about Razor Wing I'm going to fuck up. For melee only sorties, despite functionally just being claws. Yeah, I think I actually have that one of the weird and obscure stuff episodes.
People are going to people no matter how hard you wish they wouldn't.
Autistic people be like...
Yeah, yeah, you failed to...
How much time is left on the current spiral? Oh, 2 hours, damn. Monkey is here. But Pressure Point doesn't? Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult episode. Without the Arcwing? Yeah, I actually, for a little while... here. For a little while, I was using the one from the back room. But it's just not right. This is a good theme, but it just feels wrong. Yeah, I have, so many of you probably know this, the Exalted Weapons series was originally going to be 1 video. This video was actually pretty far in development. I had recorded all of, I had a script written and recorded and stuff already, but I decided that it just didn't live up to what I want it to be. It didn't feel like it was thorough enough, so I've dusted the old script and we're rebuilding most of it from scratch, but I've been consulting my old notes quite frequently, and I have a lot of stuff already written down about how weird Razor Wing is. I'll admit, though, a lot of my old notes just genuinely suck. They're not helpful at all, and I don't know why I even bothered writing them down. Mitchell, let me know when you're finished with your conversations. Conjunctions Bible made me suffer enough last time. I love the Exalted series. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's funny because it is, in terms of actual video performance... damn, do they not do well. I don't think I can't view it. Actually, I can probably view it if I do this on my phone, because the YouTube app lets me view things that I can't view on the desktop version sometimes. Yeah, Iron Staff is currently sitting as, every single video in the Exalted Weapon series is in the running for worst performing. But at this point... I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. I want to get this series out. So even if they're niche and people probably won't watch them because of the fact that they're niche, I want to try and stick to that kind of twofold. One is for the people who have been following me since like the 3 years ago that I promised I was going to make it, now that it's actually happening, and then to make it for myself because I find the topic interesting. I know they're not going to perform well. I know they're not going to be a particularly like financially advantageous series to continue investment in, but at this point it's like this isn't really about that. I just want to make it because I think it's an interesting subject. And then I've mentioned this before, but the current plan is after the series is out, maybe I might do this in stages, it depends, but after the series is out, I'm going to go through all the old videos and implement feedback people left for things I missed or should have talked about, and then the series is going to get like a 2.0 overhaul. Something I'm debating doing, but I don't know if this is a good idea because it would be super expensive. Zert and I talked about this a while back, actually, was the idea of doing, having an artist do thumbnails for each individual Exalted weapon. And I think that'd be super awesome, and I actually considered it when I was first making the series, but I didn't think I could pull it off because I didn't know if the videos would make enough money that I could, like, feasibly do that. And I can say comfortably now, no, they realistically won't. But even beyond that, it's like, could I find an artist that could produce, you know, the, like, 20 art pieces required for the entire series? And how would I even go about that? It's like, Rosie is too busy to be able to do something like that, at least on a time scale that would be workable. And I don't know, it's also kind of like, there's an element of how do I want the approach to be in terms of like, do I want it to be simplistic? Do I want them to try and be more, I guess, on the realistic or game accurate side? Do I want them to focus on the weapon itself or the Warframe? I don't really know how I want to structure it, or to improve your video's performance.
I know is Lucy, I guess.
Yeah, and I'll admit this just out of the gate, I'm bad at clickbait, and that's part of why my videos oftentimes, whether or not they do well, is just up in the air, but also, yeah, I see Blueprint and Bigos just ahem. I mean, I don't know, if you guys are interested, maybe we could discuss it, but...
Oh my god, we can make, like, fucking, like, blues of, like, every Warframe in, like, a fucking...
I feel like the video's not performing well.
Of a weapon. That'd be funny.
Like, for me, I feel like being able to re-release the series as a 2.0 version with the, like, especially with that kind of, like, dedicated thumbnail, I think would be a really good opportunity to kind of solidify that it's the improved version. Exalted Blue Sona, yeah, we have Exalted Hard Hat.
I think Zert's the one who's done all those, like, fucking, like, really fucking funny, like, cool kid, like, fucking memes, like the fucking meme, like, gay fucking shit to your brain one, like the...
It depends. Zert is the Ponpushka individual. I know Genki made a lot of them as well.
Genki, that's what I'm thinking of.
Do you need... Yeah, you need 3 Razorback ciphers to do it. You need 1 for each individual mission, but it's not a huge deal. If you go to Steel Path and then go to Salacia on Neptune, you can get enough very easily. But I'm just gonna, like, run an Exterminate Fisher while we're waiting on Nitro to finish this.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I said I was ready. I just had to fucking turn down, like, all 3 of the fucking females for some fucking reason.
Wide Gauss.
It's like, where's the option that just says, I am gay in my fucking bio?
I'll just put, mine's just, Rail Drop the LU somehow. I wonder if it counts as a, like, Arcwing mission, you know, with air quotes. The website on the top of your screen. There actually is real lore to this. I don't have my hat anymore. Damn. Is it like Cappy? Like you put it on someone's head and then they turn into you?
I hate that I'm only thinking of the fucking, what's the one anime fucking game that Nick and you were playing, but I hear fucking Cappy now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but only because she reminds me of like a fucking Derpy Hooves. I swear to God.
The website at the top of the screen, I don't know if you can see my cursor moving around in its general vicinity. So there's a... Nitro and I were watching a YouTube poop that was like a bunch of like Prager University videos, and there was a part where Ben Shapiro said to go to his website dickinballs.com, and I was like, is dickinballs.com a domain I could buy? And I looked it up and it was really expensive, but dickinnuts.com was like $1 for a year, and I was like, fuck it, why not? And it's like $20 to maintain. I'm just going to be honest with you, Blue Draconum, that's just how I talk. I'm sorry if it bothers you, but that's just how I talk. It's not like I make a conceited effort to insert certain words, I guess. That's just how I am.
It's cute. Shut up. Well, no, don't shut. You know what I mean.
Nitro, you're a dumb.
Yeah.
Conjuncturo made me suffer enough. I don't... That's the thing with these rooms. I never really know what to do in advance. I'm like, oh yeah, we can just do the Omnia Fissure, but it's like... The amount of just irritating shit that I had to deal with last time, in terms of like...
In my weekly shit, if that's the thing. Like...
I mean, I guess we can probably do the Netra cells and whatnot. I've already done them, but it's something.
You know what?
It's just a Warframe guide video links. Yeah, it's just my YouTube channel. It's funny, because I think Darth Muffin joined a stream one time. I was like, imagine you lose access to that domain, and someone buys it and makes it a real porn site, and then, like, all of your streams have that stuck to them from that point forward. And that would be really tragic, but also really funny.
And it would be very in character.
Joe, welcome, Zayak. Nitro, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, there we go. I had to put the auger on.
Very high quality trust. Yeah, if you have me on Discord, or you could DM it to me on Twitter. Where the dick and nuts sees Gauss Prime, that will do. True. You have to keep renewing that domain. That's correct. Cool Kid streams, but only when he says fucking. That could be a very long video. Also, I doubt you'd want to do the EDA this week because it's mirror defense bolstered belligerence. Like, we probably could. It'd just be annoying.
I mean, I'd be down for it, of course, but like, I mean, that's you want to fucking go through it again.
I've already done it, and I don't particularly want to.
So yeah, no.
You can just cue the Netracell whenever you're ready. I wish that there was something over here. Well, there's Arthur over here. He's just like staring longingly.
Where?
Was a good homie. Hold on. Can I have him? Where is my? Yeah, dap me up. Oh wait, no, I'm facing the wrong way. Dap me up. Arthur, come on. Come on, man. Dap me up, please. He's looking away from me. Arthur, come on, man, please. Baruch next vid? Baruch will be the next one. Dap me up, Arthur, come on. This fucking... Actually, it looks like I have my hand on his ass, doesn't it? Well, it's more clipping inside of him, so it's fine.
Maybe that's why he's trying to look away from you, but...
I'll dap you up, cool kid. And I will say, typically whenever I'm doing stuff on stream, this is nothing against anyone, I typically do just me and Nitro at most, because it is like, streams are already kind of an overwhelming thing for me in terms of keeping my thought process and stuff straight. People that watch my streams often know this, that I'm constantly switching between topics and just losing my train of thought because it's kind of sensory overload. So it's nothing against people, but generally I try to keep it just Nitro and I at the most, because it's easier for me to manage. I struggle enough when it's just me, for fuck's sake. More like Nitro Cell's explosive. On the new Protector Agents, I hate them, and I think they were the worst addition that they added to the game in a while. Unironically, I despise Protector Ancients. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Shitty mods on my fucking new Christmas Ghana.
For an old guy to perfect.
For an old guy to perfect. Perfect what? Tag for... The parasocial weirdness. I don't know, like, I get that. I try to be more personable. Weren't you going to stream with Sab today? Sab never started a stream. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
I kind of kept an eye out to see if he'd start it, but he never got around to it, so I'm guessing he had to postpone it or something. Wanted to do a little trolling? I respect that. Yeah, it depends. Like, with my work schedule and stuff, I have no idea if I'll even be able to make it to one of Sab's streams, but...
Alright, it's Friday? No, it's... What day is it?
Today is... Well, technically now it's Friday, but... Sab's internet was bad today? Oh, okay. Like I said, I hadn't heard anything, so... The game still holds me. Grim. Too gay to think straight. It do be like this. Sab overdosed on Pilk and estrogen. The Pilk I believe, but the estrogen is questionable. I feel like Trib might overdose on estrogen, though. I'm not going to elaborate on that opinion. I'm just going to say it to upset people. Alright, you know what? For members of my chat, I have to ask you all, which Warframe YouTuber is most likely to overdose on estrogen? Who do you think? Who's the most likely to overdose on estrogen? Fem Loki real?
I mean, Mr. Warframe, saying Mr. Warframe guy is fucking hilariously ironic.
Honestly, I was gonna say, people are going to hit me with the U, and I don't really give a shit. You can say me if you want. I don't fucking care. I'm just here for whoever. Shiro? Okay, that's a good pick, actually. Shiro's a good pick.
Maybe Zed or what? I don't know.
A gay guy plays? I don't think he counts anymore. The Wisp Magooner? Yeah, that's Shiro. I'm glad I'm seeing multiple Shiros. So we're gonna have to tell him that my chat voted him as #1 Warframe YouTuber in terms of likeliness to overdose on estrogen. My Gauss movement is not very smooth. I'm sorry, this is not very satisfying. This is not satisfying Gauss clips you can edge yourself to, number 16. Dude, that'd be so fucking funny. Make a video of, like, smooth Gauss movement through a tile that is called, like, Gauss movement to edge yourself to. Oh, that'd be so fucking funny.
To ledge yourself, too.
That would be a For Honor video. Is that what For Honor people call edging, is ledging? That's what happens when you actually come. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Wait a minute. Why can't I mind control the Grozling?
He's ours now.
1000% bonus damage, Grozling. Let's go.
You realize that now we can't kill him, so he's just gonna get away after his timer ends.
Nah, he's mine for like 30 more seconds.
I'm pretty sure that their timer, once it starts, they'll just dip regardless. Oh, I have the bug where it's just forcing a movement input on me. Dearless brain virus. Think about something happy, lunatic. Like, okay, you're on your own for that one. Finding the Netrocells is actually pretty easy. I honestly just kind of hacked them out of habit. Nighttime masturbation 8. I hope GHS overdoses on estrogen. I'm pretty sure GHS is like a father with like a child. I don't know if he'd do that.
Yeah, no, the Grozling is still here.
That's surprising. I am stupid? Yeah, exactly.
Actually, wait a minute. Pup's good because the fucking puppy girl.
You know, maybe. Do you guys think that Pupsker would overdose on estrogen? What are we thinking on that one? H2? What the fuck?
Is it. Use the key glyph and
Someone, hold on. What is this pig?
We ain't done.
Oh wow, this is. Thank you for this exalted thumbnail. That does go crazy, actually. Thank you. That is very high quality. Huh?
Who from?
It's just in shitpost. What happens if you do OD? I'm not sure. Overdose on dog treats? Take too much effort? You know, maybe. Froyo reverse pregnancy with her temporal anchor. Imagine it's like she's such a temporal anchor and then her child, like, you know, is born and goes through, like, multiple years of their life and then her duration ends and the child just gets rewound into dust.
Yeah.
So Netrocell's unlosable? You can technically die off, I guess. Okay, so then my brother was coming and dropping off the dog as he's going to bed. She, like, typically has to hang out with somebody because she doesn't eat if no one's in the room with her. Rewound back in. No, he just, like, turns to dust. Rewind to before he was even conceived. Solo Netrocell, you can die. I guess that's true, yeah. If you die, if you're, you know, out. Overdose on testosterone? Honestly, who is the Warframe YouTuber most likely to overdose on testosterone? I don't know of any Warframe YouTubers that are, like, particularly jacked or anything. Nightmare? Nightmare Frame is most likely to overdose on Prime Sure-Footed. That's like, as they say, right? You'll never catch Nightmare slipping because he got on Prime Sure-Footed. For real, for real. Oh, there he is. I'm just having a moment. Sabuchi to be funny. MH Blackie. Huge DPS increase. Exactly. Mr. Warframe guy.
That actually makes kind of sense, I guess.
Thank you, Void. Very cool. Are there any trans Warframe YouTubers? I don't doubt there probably are, but I don't know them off the top of my head, unfortunately.
I guess it's Rose sometimes.
Rose doesn't... She hasn't played this game in like a year. I wouldn't count her even as a Warframe player at this point.
I mean, she came back for the Ember skin, so...
Is a big DPS increase. I think the meme with Nightmare Frame slapping Prime sure-footed on everything is he does it at times where it's totally inappropriate, like putting it on Atlas. Gaz? What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and today I'm benching 150 pounds. After what he said on Concrete Man. I'm guessing you mean Nova. Nova Umbral's video being so controversial, I think it's, like, kind of interesting. I don't know. I've talked about it before, I guess. The pants. We're good. Darth Muffin? I don't know. I don't feel like Darth Muffin would overdose on testosterone. Only 150 pounds a week. Shit. Well, that's the reason he's like that video embarrasses him, and then he starts taking testosterone after that, right? Should not be allowed to have opinions. I actually agree with you, Blueprint. I will not have an opinion on anything ever again. Don't worry, guys. You're all safe from my dog shit opinions. I'm officially taking estrogen. It's like Gaz changes his intro instead of "What up, dudes" to "What up, sisters." It's Gaz. Oh my god. What up, sisters? It's Gaz. Mute stream. Is my audio not coming through? Oh no, you mean the opinion thing. No, I get it now. The delay makes things kind of hard to understand contextually. What's up, sisters? It's Parvos. Hell yeah. Region chat and Q&A are thoroughly unhelpful. Corvex's main stat that he wants is range. I can actually grab my Corvex after this. Are just normal dudes we are genociding? Minor 1999 spoiler, but that does get touched on in some of the Kim chats, actually. I love the dog water opinions. Yeah, sorry, guys. Controversial Warframe opinion. Video game. My most controversial Warframe opinion is that I actually enjoy playing Warframe. Fucking crazy shit. Oh, right, my Bone Widow's here. It has Velocitus, though. I guess I can just Iron Ride. The real Bone Widow strat is to run people over. This is really how you do it with Bone Widow. I hate video games, real and true. I'm running him over. I'm running him over. I'm running him over. Gaming. Was just spam the top option. Damn, you're robbing yourself of a lot of interesting stuff there. Nora Knight makes my peanuts hard. What the hell? Bone Widow boost cruise meta? Exactly. Dude, imagine how awesome it would be to drunk drive a Necromech. What is Bone Widow's role in complexity? To be determined. You know what? Fair enough. Damn. Smooth Gauss movement you can edge yourself to is not on the menu today. My Gauss movement is thoroughly unsmooth, and you will bust early. Drunk driving the Grendel meatball. Okay, all I'm saying is, do you guys remember the bug back in the... Do you guys remember the bug back in the day where coil drives had drunk drivers and their pathing was messed up?
Yes, I have clips of those. They came and ran us over when we were doing that one defense.
They would literally, yeah, they would have just run you over. It was, god damn it, I hit my mic. Dude, it was so fucking funny. Also, yeah, I believe I hit both rush and sprint boost on my Gauss. Let me grab my Corvex real quick. Corvex is a silly guy. I think mine is, yeah, 235. Range is a very important stat on Corvex, and then I also have just enough strength that I can armor strip in 2 casts of his 2 with the augment. My high efficiency is just so I can spam my laser as much as possible. Will you also eat it? I can certainly try.
Are there any good Nyx augments right now?
Assimilate is as good as it's always been, where she's invincible and can move around in her 4, but I don't think she needs it necessarily. I also like Chaos Sphere a lot.
What's that one do?
It's been 11 years. I don't even know what you're referring to, honestly, Zert. I'm not sure. You might need to go into a little bit more detail. He's a silly little guy. Perhaps. Pizza.
Pizza.
Singularity, best Nyx augment, very based. So we can team kill. That used to be a thing. There was this hilarious bug where you could actually, if you... So secondary encumber, its effect where you would, like, if you took a status effect on an enemy, there was a chance to get another status effect. Staggering yourself with weapons like Epitaph counted as inflicting a status effect on yourself, so you could inflict encumber on yourself. That shit was hilarious. Basically, there won't be any enemies. I've noticed there's not that many of them, but I guess I haven't noticed it being, like, none. I don't play that mission node often, though.
What node?
The, Corpus, like, Snow Planet hijack missions.
Hell yeah.
Radiation proc on command. I think that was one of, when Evelyn made, Greg, her fan Warframe design. Hi, Molly, what's up? Sorry, my dog is,
Bring it to the mic, babe.
I don't think it'll even pick her up. And she's old. She can stay on the floor. That's where she belongs. The Chevenant live reaction? Yeah, I did. I wanted to use this one before I got to that one, but... Just blast that in there. The main thing with Corvex, I will say as well... Oh, just motorcycle. But with Corvex, something you have to know is that if you're playing him in content with low enemy density, he's just not gonna work. Just straight up. Youch. He was killed by the Stalker, yeah. You can aim level using the 4? Yeah, I believe you can. Blow everything up. Ow. The voices in my head told me to. On my worst enemy. Yeah, Corvex, like, I think, honestly, one of his biggest problems to me is that he feels like he was designed and then play-tested only on the Steel Path. He doesn't really work outside of really high-density content.
How can you even go
You want from anyways? Yeah, fair enough.
made of stronger stuff than me?
Come on, buddy. Ow.
It's not you. It's where
What, and he immediately uses the evasion thing. You know, I need enemies to kill for galvanized stacks. He can just follow me out here. I don't give a fuck. Oh no, he just teleported right to Nitro. I forgot he likes to do this. Why are you all the way back there? What the hell are you doing?
He had an arcane.
I don't honestly expect you to be able to kill the Grusling, but best of luck, I guess.
He just disappeared. Damn it.
Like, I kind of ignore them a lot of the time.
I'm moving.
Opinion on Pen. I think it's a fun and pretty good weapon.
Oh no, which weapon?
In the extraction clip. Them saying that, like, the skin's not working on the Atomocycles is a thing that just happens because it's a bug that they even work outside of 1999 at all, and they're not planning on fixing it. Them being usable in regular missions is a bug, like, make no mistake. That was not intentional, and they decided to keep it for the memes, but they're not putting that much extra effort into it.
Which sucks because, like, they probably get the door certainly opening this up for a lot of complaints later on by people buying skins and wondering why the fuck it isn't showing up in regular missions and being pissed that they wasted money, quote, because...
And it's like Steel Path anyways. I feel like that's the thing, though. It's like, well, that's true. I don't like the idea that there's a Warframe who only really works in such a high enemy density context. Because it also means there's a lot of mission types where Corvex just doesn't really feel like he does anything.
Yeah. Like Exterminate.
I don't know. There's a few Warframes that occupy, like, incredibly specific niches, and Corvex is definitely one of them. I think the most egregious example of a very specific niche is Kome, but
Yeah, it's a frame solely meant for Nova Umbral.
Real. Sort of a mission, then get off. I think it's more of just like, do you find it fun, right? Kind of the same thing with like K drives. Like K drives are like not great in terms of arc wings are just better than in pretty much every conceivable way.
I don't remember having the first vehicle like ever be like a fucking jetpack. Yeah.
I tried to slam there and I failed. But
Get ready for whatever happens next.
it's more of like, do you think it's fun? There's a level of like rule of cool, I think.
Yeah.
I told
Kid.
you not to mess
Kates
with
outside of Duviri. I honestly think that we should be allowed to use Kates in Holvania. I think riding a horse through the streets of that place would be fucking awesome.
right door, wrong key.
Honestly, Kate's anywhere. Like, not every vehicle be anywhere at this point. Like, there's no reason not to.
Even work. And I was like, that's true. The chain reaction mechanic is cool. I think the problem is that his beam can't do anything without it. And I think that's kind of like the issue. I don't know. Korvac is a complicated case. I'll put it that way. He's just boredom incarnate. Revenant's entire thing is supposed to be playing around manifesting and then tactically culling his thralls. Revenant has a lot of cool stuff if you aren't just going to play around Mesmer Skin. If you want to just slap on the 2 and not use any of his other abilities, that's your prerogative. I don't know, you can subsume off his 4 for Roar or something and throw on Precision Intensify and call it a day. But there's some cool stuff he can do if you're willing to actually seek it out. Probably never do that. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that feels kind of overly restrictive in that regard.
I was afraid of this. Netracell security system.
I still find it boring, but that's just me. And I guess that's like, you'll have what you like and what you don't like. I think that's ultimately just a preference thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of enemy density, this room's big enough. I don't know if I'm going to work very well. And you can do what you want. And not even just that, but with, like, to add on to what Orbital Frame said, Warframe is a PvE game. Like, in a PvP game, there can be times where you ask that question and it's much more valid. Oh, god damn it. We have post-mortal surges, so I'm not going to be able to use my laser almost at all.
Oh, yeah.
Because they immediately start blocking you if you don't have forward momentum from aim gliding.
Oh.
Very annoying. Very annoying.
Good back. Oh no, his arm is in the wall, never mind. You know, no, what he told him, never mind.
But, like, in a PvP game, if you had to ask yourself, like, why would I use A if B is better, that makes sense, because you're fighting against other people who are going to be abusing A. If you're putting yourself at a disadvantage like that, then you're hurting both you and your entire team, depending on the context. In a PvE game, though, as long as you can do, you know, the thing, right? As long as you can get the job done. Actually, okay, you are barely inside the radius. It looked like on the map like you were outside of it. But if you can get the job done...
This bubble really useful. I'd say as he walks in front of me and starts blocking my shots, I'll go ahead.
But if you can get the job done, then it doesn't really matter what you take in a game like this, if you ask me. With mind control. I didn't even realize that was a strategy people use, but I guess that makes sense.
What strategy?
Revenant's alpha and beta thrall system, like mind controlling a target so that you have one permanent alpha thrall who can always, god damn it, who can always convert other enemies. I hope that one day Revenant gets a rework, to be honest. But I don't think he's in dire need of it, and I don't think he'll get one because of the fact that he's so used. Nyx hasn't beat now. I think it was always just a matter of, like, Revenant has his kind of thing, not just is, like, mind controlling things, but knowing when to kill, or, like, ways to kill his mind control targets, so that they can, like, spawn the flame pillars, or he can set it up for, like, one-shots to get his health and shields and stuff back. Which is funny, because Mesmer Skin makes that totally irrelevant.
Spawn 3, no.
Something that fits. I feel like Revenant has a lot of stuff that can work. The problem is that his 2 just overshadows it all. At least that's how I kind of see it. Is he up here again? He is.
Reinforcing the Netracell. Your hands are tied until you knock him out.
This boring playstyle. I feel like even without the augment, Mesmer Skin would still kind of be a problem. The thing to me, though, is like, do I think Revenant deserves to be nerfed? I mean, not necessarily. His playstyle isn't disruptive like Wukong's was, and he doesn't let you necessarily AFK either. He just basically removes death from the game, which is boring, but it's not like he's, pushing other, like, your teammates and other Warframes and stuff out of the game. Is that he's too boring. Here's the thing. Okay, let me make something... How do I explain this in a way that doesn't make me sound like I'm a massive dick? So, when it comes to video games in general, there is a large community that is much larger than people like you or I will see, right? Like, we're a very, very small slice of the Warframe community in this chat. And you have to remember that community spaces are like that too. Like, the forums, the subreddit, stuff like that, those are very small community spaces. You know, YouTube comment sections. There are people that know a lot about this game. Like myself, there are plenty that know more than me. Like, I'd say Nova Umbral's better at this game than me. But what you have to remember is that with, that kind of thing, it can kind of jade your perspective, or not jade, but skew it towards people who, like, it makes you think the average player knows more than they actually do. Because the reality of the situation is the average Warframe player is pretty bad at the game. And I don't blame them for that. There's a bunch of stuff the game doesn't explain to them. But the thing is, if you are, like, involved in the game on the level that you are watching YouTube content, interacting with the community, stuff like that, you'll know more than that majority that doesn't do anything. People that play this game and that's it. They don't, you know, don't run into the community spaces at all. They don't go into the YouTube comments or watch videos, anything like that. A lot of people will just play the game and that's the extent of their interaction with it. So when you have no idea what's going on and you encounter something difficult and you have a Warframe who just turns death off, a lot of people will pick that. I'm pretty sure Revenant was last year's most used frame. So it's like...
I got teleported back to the start. Uh-oh.
Pull him out.
I got close to the deal. I can't at least now.
That use auto-mod on all of his weapons. Honestly, auto-install needs to be removed. It's a noob trap. I don't think they can save it at this point. I run a social media channel. If I can ask Drinking Rock, what kind? May need to be primed, like primed redirection. I will always be sad primed fast deflection didn't make it into the game. Because they can't figure anything else out. Yeah, that's the thing. Warframe is a super complex game, and I also think that to a level, it's not just that the game doesn't explain things to them. A lot of people don't want to learn. Nitro, where the fuck are you?
It's teleported back to the start, so I gotta find the Netrocell again.
What? You didn't pick up the item in the Netrocell?
No, I did. No, I did. So I had the extraction. Sorry.
Prime Streamline, please. I don't see that ever happening. My reasoning for that's pretty simple. Prime Streamline plus Boreal's Hatred would be a 70%, and I don't think that they would want you to get that without some kind of downside, like with Fleeting. I don't see them ever adding it, personally. It'd be really cool if they did, but I don't see it happening.
Oh.
Yeah, I think...
Babe.
Yes.
Just down in the extract. It happened again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. If you're using the bike, it's kind of buggy with this
I just
stuff.
fell off the edge.
I guess we're just gonna sit here for a minute.
Sorry, chat.
For identity purposes, but it's game adjacent. People who interact, let alone daily joins. Is it for Warframe or a different property, if I can ask? If that's not asking too much. Like, if you don't want to reveal what it is specifically, that's totally fine, but... Probably too good. They are never giving us another range increasing mod, dude. I don't think it's ever happening. And my reasoning for that is pretty simple. Abilities that are radial, like in a circle, scale so hard with range that I think DE is scared to give us more range mods because it would break them so much. This Void Rig is just standing here menacingly.
I might actually make this.
We'll get there eventually. Wow. Just...
Hi. Red Archon shot. You did her.
Trying to catch up a little bit on the chat real quick.
Am I gonna get the same shit that you did when you did the Netrocell there?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Also, why do people hate on Overframe? A lot of the stuff there is just not very good. Like, the truth of it is a lot of the builds there are not great. Or I guess a lot of them just don't make a lot of sense. I think it's a community resource that's fine, but there's, like, I think that there should be a point where you, like, I think using Overframe early on to get a general idea of how to build is probably fine, but you should ultimately, I think, move on from Overframe. Also, their tier list is bad. It's a popularity contest. Let's be real here. Like, that's how those types of things work. It's a popularity contest. It's not a real tier list. I mean, Void Rig is incredibly strong, but is Revenant not S tier? I'll be honest, I feel like Revenant's on, like, Immortality is the only thing that really he has going for him at that, for most of the community, I guess, rather. You watch anime? Not personally, no. Is still S tier. Ignis Wraith, dude, Ignis Wraith is the most overrated weapon of all fucking time. I'm just gonna say it. It was never that good. It's not a bad weapon by any stretch, but it doesn't justify how used it is to me. That should I be dying? Yeah, that was a very circulated video. Also, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Lacks creativity. I want more mechs. I think they kind of canned more mechs because nobody used them.
Yeah.
Why is Rubico Prime S tier? Probably old Eidolon strats, but I'm pretty sure it's been kind of power crept by Paragale for that purpose. Trying to build weapons is kicking my ass. I'll be honest with you, actually, in that regard, Orchid. Like, it depends a bit, but I think that generally building weapons is easier once you understand the fundamentals of it. I can kind of go over it, but I think it's a recurring meme that I explain how to mod, like, once every other stream, but abusing the infinite range on a flamethrower, yeah, honestly, like, a lot of that stuff I think is kind of fun in terms of just, like, abusing weird synergies like that. We've got 2 skins for flamethrowers. It is weird to me that Ignis Wraith is the only one, really. Still C tier on Overframe. Yeah, go figure. Work things out anyways, and fair enough. Warframe is just the kind of game that you really have to use the wiki for, because there's certain information that's incredibly important to know that it will not tell you in-game. They've been getting there. They've been doing a lot to, like, improve it, but it's still not perfect. Also, yeah, Revenant's in-dev name was Vlad.
So, hit the terminal to exit into the labs.
Status mods of your choice. Shoving base damage is actually generally not a great idea. At least, like, stacking multiple sources of it, because of the scary word, right? Diminishing returns. But
Yeah, even he got lost down here.
good night, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Is insane, yeah. Revenant's theme was supposed to be vampire. Oh, I passed one of the Oh, this one's right next to me. Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna put like a true vampire frame. Like the closest we have right now is, I think, personally, Garuda still.
I'm getting shredded 24/7. Nidus is super tanky if you use stuff like Adaptation and Parasitic Link, but it can be difficult. On Varuna and become Furry Missile, I respect it.
One of these days, I'll actually realize that the fucking fix to make the fucking Varuna, walking off fours isn't working because,
Consume the Shadow for Roar. Yeah, I know that, like, another popular one is Nourish for the Viral Retaliation proc, but out of their fingers it's been around. Actually, I don't remember what it was. Revenant originally had a different ultimate, and they changed that because of community feedback on a dev stream. Also, Revenant's not just a vampire, he's also a sentient. It's kind of a blending of those two themes. I think we'll finally get a spider frame this year. With all the pressure, probably, but I don't know why people find that concept so endearing. I don't give a shit about having a spider warframe in the game. I don't really get it. get nourished from my razor flies. That shit is funny, I'm not gonna lie. Because your summons can pick up the nourish buff. Get the clown Warframe? What? Okay, these people out here chasing the Clussy in Warframe too. Calm the fuck down, bro.
Mirage Jester, so deal with that.
People thought it was real. I know there was also the thing with Steve bringing it up to like troll, and it's just become a recurring gag. If you use Arcane Arachne, this is true. 4 Warframe? That's already a weapon, sorry. That one's... You can't do that because of that.
Wait a minute, I know, Loki, because of his passive, he can hang on the wall like spiders can.
True. I think the one that's probably got the most spider influence is actually Korra with her 2 and her 4, but...
Get ready for whatever happens next.
Become a... Like, what, you want to become like a hyper-realistic spider? Just, like, incredibly... You're like a JPEG of a spider. You even still have, like, a white background. You're like a fake PNG. I am at risk of fucking death because I have such low health. Because I'm normally just using evade.
I noticed the
Biker would unironically work.
Operator.
Like, I don't know. We'll have to see. I imagine that whatever DE decides to, like, cook up next will be good, I guess. And, well, I don't know. Speculation as to that kind of stuff I feel like is a little bit fruitless because it's hard to predict what the next play is going to be a lot of the time. Modular Arcwing in 2049. It will happen, trust.
I guess that was not a good pick for this environment.
I'm doing fine. It's just that I have to just kind of let them not bother me as much as possible. Just hanging out in the corner and sniping dudes. Fido 9 gameplay experience. Zephyr in B tier? Yeah, rough shit.
Are slowing us down.
They wanted to rework operators. They've already reworked operators. I don't know if they said that on a dev short or anything, but they reworked operators in Angels of the Zeraman. That wasn't that long ago. It was 3 years now, I think. Oh, right, the guy. Also, I will say, like, people... Okay, this is a thing that will make more sense if you've seen this video, but for those of you who have seen DE Doesn't Understand Overguard, the video I made, I think, like, almost a year ago now, on the artistic side... Oh, yeah, their faces. Yeah, I do remember them holding a poll about that. But one of the things I brought up in that video was I posed the question, do you think that the developers make changes to the game deliberately to make it worse? And the amount of people that said yes really shocks me. Like, there's a lot of comments like, yeah, they do make the game worse on purpose. And my question to those types of people is always, what incentive do the developers have to make the game drive players away? Someone's argument was, they know you're going to play it anyway, but that's stupid. Warframe is a free-to-play game. You can just leave if you want to. Like,
yeah.
There's no sunk cost if you don't spend the money to begin with. If the game pisses you off, you can just leave. But I feel like a lot of that stems from old sentiment. Like, one guy even left a long, lengthy comment about how DE, like, didn't know what they were doing and didn't play the game. But then he also followed up with, you know, I'm back from a long break, and it's like... So, if you played...
I guess he was like the fucking alpha or some shit, like, bro.
That was a different thing. But this guy, if he played back in the era of, like, Steve and Scott and them, I kind of get him being jaded, honestly. Can I watch your stream? I mean, do you need permission?
I mean, no.
They added the Ancient Protector, so I think their opinion does hold merit. That ties into, I think, the balanced philosophy of modern DE surrounding Overguard being fucked up. But they didn't add the Ancient Protector to make the game worse. I think it just did make the game worse.
Yeah.
But I think that the important thing with that is, like, because, like, there is the very infamous clip Sab pulls up all the time of the infamous Scott, I think you're wrong thing on an old dev stream, where it was, like, Rebecca talking about a piece of community feedback and Scott basically just saying that they were wrong, and that was the end of his engagement with it. So, like, if you came from an era of older DE, I can understand why you'd be skeptical of a, you know, like, positive change being on the table, I guess. I think that, like, DE has always listened to feedback, but not on the level they do now. Since Rebecca's team, like, took over, it's been a lot more consistent and a lot better quality. I feel like it's not always like that, though. Like, I'm not trying to say this to shit on Pablo, but when I was reading through his Twitter to get a couple tweets for the Iron Staff video, I saw him interacting with a lot of the Kome discourse, and a lot of people's concerns around Kome he kind of just brushed off, and that kind of surprised me, because generally speaking, he's not like that, but it seems like his design philosophy on Kome was something he would not budge on. Whenever people said they didn't like X or Y thing, like, the only thing he really changed was, teammates stealing kills for the challenges, obviously, as well as changing the decrees and ultimately all of the different, like, elemental augments, which was a great change. But it was just like, it was weird to see Pablo so, like, staunchly against a lot of the community sentiment at the time, because I was under the impression he just, like, was too busy with 1999 to engage with the feedback, but he was just kind of not having it, I guess. She just needs too much time. That's kind of my stance on Kome. She's really good when she gets going, but she takes so long to get going that she's just incredibly niche. I don't know. Honestly, I would love to, at some point, get to, like, talk with members of DE, or, like, interview them on on my channel to get ideas of theirs about certain things, but I think the problem is that I'm just too small of a creator for that to ever happen. My channel grows so slowly that I don't think I'll ever make it to the point where I can actually, like, be there. The only people that I know Pablo has given interviews to are Pirate Software, who will always be a bigger success than me, and Brozyme. So, like,
Albrecht didn't want anyone in here.
maybe made to be silly at level cap. It certainly feels like that. That's still a minority. Here's the thing, though. I think that, like, there's still the statistical measure of
Nothing about Albrecht?
if a lot of people are saying something, even if they're a vocal minority,
Next time.
they can still be a judge of wider community sentiment. It totally depends. But, like, for example,
no, they're a minority, but
the AoE nerf was something that was actually widely unpopular in the wider game, but people involved in the communities like the subreddit and stuff were overwhelmingly in support of it.
to be fair, that was only like very, very recent, or like very frequent. You know, what the fuck was it? They were only started popping up like very, very close to when DE started, you know, bringing it up, and that's weird to me still.
But why is the community requested? I think a lot of it is like there are ideas that sound good that have flaws in practice that the devs might test. I have a lot of fun with the new content. And like I said, I feel like modern DE is much better about listening to feedback. I don't know. My personal dream would be if I could, like, actually engage with the developers on a more direct level in terms of, like, communicating things to them or being able to interview them, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I'm not part of any major, like, a tabloid or anything, and if I tried to reach out for that kind of opportunity, I don't think it would work. Because I've had a lot of things, like, I'd love to ask Pablo, like, what was your design philosophy when making, you know, this Warframe, or how do you feel about like, did you guys feel like you met your targets or your goals when you, like, reworked this thing? Stuff like that I think would be really interesting to talk about. But, because, like, it was weird to me. Pirate Software getting an interview with Pablo was kind of weird to me. Like, it makes sense because they're part of the same Twitch streaming team, but Pirate Software had admitted he had not played the game for a long time. So, like, how would he even really know what questions to ask? He hasn't been playing the game. Like, getting hold of his gospel truth. I'm not sure who you're referring to. I have a guess, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want it to sound like I'm being a dick. Legally as a joke. Brozyme? Yeah, that was my guess. So we can keep doing this. I think you have, like, 2 more, or we can do something else.
Yeah,
I don't care. But
I can ask for this.
damnation.
What is up, damnation? Back again.
You should ask Pablo's thoughts on Sparkle Dog. Something I would love, like, if I got to talk to Pablo directly, number one thing I want to ask him is, I want to talk about Overguard. I want to ask him, like, what is your guys' design philosophy surrounding it? What is the approach in terms of making it more prevalent, you know, in the game? Do you guys feel like it's a problem that it's so prevalent, or, you know, has any of that community discourse reached you? How do you feel about it? Another thing that I would love to ask him is how the developers at Warframe try and separate quality feedback from bad feedback. Because something that I think is a very big issue, and I talk about this in the Overguard video, actually, is that if you want to deliver feedback to someone, just in general, even, like, nothing to do with just Warframe specifically, say that someone makes something and you think that there's a flaw in it, the best way to give feedback about that is to tell them,
That they're wrong.
tell them what you like about it, and then tell them what you think needs improvement in a polite and respectful manner. Because saying things like the developers are stupid and incompetent for X and Y reasons is both reductive and short-sighted. Because if anyone else, maybe you guys have experienced this. Have you ever had a time where you made something and someone gave a criticism and they were really mean about it, and they were right, but you didn't want to implement it purely out of spite because they were a dick? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because, like, being mean to someone with your criticism, even if the criticism is good-natured behind that, is not a way to get them to listen to you. They're just gonna want to brush that off. Is the only correct one I do what I want? I respect that.
You got your glyphs. So, hit the terminal to exit into the labs.
And he was just a dick. And yeah, that's true as well. Sometimes people will say that, like, some people will say, you know, fix your game, DE. Dude, I hate shit like that. People who say fix your game make me just want to, like, bash my own head in. I can't bash all of their heads in. There's too many of them, so I just gotta do it to myself. But also just kind of rude. I agree. And serving it in a digestible form to the right ears. That's actually kind of interesting. Because, like, that's the tricky thing, right? Is how do you filter the good feedback from the bad? Or how do you distill, like, good feedback from a mean post? Because, like, that's something I have to do as a content creator. Is people give me feedback on things. I have to try and distill people who are just mean to me from things that I actually think hold water. And it's admittedly fairly difficult. Literally 1984, true. I'm sorry, guys, you can't say slurs to the developers. That's a bad idea. And not a place of good advice. Yeah, like, ultimately, it's something I think people tend to forget. The reason that you criticize something, ultimately, is because you want that thing to improve. That's why you give feedback. A lot of people, I think, start to shit on things because they want to see them fail. It's a weird thing I observed a lot of in the new player video. A lot of people seem to just, like, already not like Warframe. I just think everyone's being mean to you. I agree. But a lot of people who didn't like Warframe already and saw that video as an opportunity to justify their own predisposition, that kind of stuff is also a terrible idea. Any thoughts on Harrow? I think he's really fun, and I think he's also quite good. I like Harrow a lot. I have a fairly high opinion of him. Take the key points while ignoring the sentiment for negative but right comments. That's what I try to do as best as I can as well. Like, even if this was rude, what about it can I distill that's correct? Sick of negative stuff? Yeah, I agree with the sentiment there. Because that's the loudest voice. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like with, I don't know, that kind of stuff in general, it is also a measure of, like, how do you try and, like, not bend to the vocal minority? How do you accurately gauge what the wider community actually wants? But what's the Syandana? The Syandana I am wearing is the Revenant Prime. I think it's called Oramus Prime, and then I have the Oni Prime Ephemera over top of it.
Not again. I can't use this one as Nether too well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of things I'd love to ask both Rebecca and Pablo if I ever got the chance to talk to them. But, like, I don't think I'll be going to TennoCon anytime soon. I can't afford it, frankly.
I mean, unless y'all guys donate, like, right now.
Shut the fuck up, Nigel. But, like, it would be cool to go there and, like, buy one of the expensive dev dinner tickets and talk to them directly. But I don't think it'll ever happen. Same thing with, like, ever getting in the content creator program. I do not see that shit happening either. How much are those? The dev dinner tickets are like $250 a piece. And my calculation, I think it would cost me $2,000 to $3,000 to go to TennoCon because of travel and things like that. I believe that's what I estimated was $2,000 to $3,000.
It's about like a month's worth. That's not bad.
I'll take you to TennoCon as long as I get to pour syrup on your toes. Block.
Sorry. Next question.
I'm sorry. No syrupy paw job under the Denny's table.
No, he does not look like Tag. Calm down.
God, I need to be put down like a dog. Unsubscribed. You know, I respect that, actually. I'm not even mad about that. Fair enough. Should try to get Daggett. She's fun. She's a little annoying to grind because it just takes a while, but I think she's a fun Warframe. You aren't part of the creator program? Nope. No, I am not. And it is no longer, like, it's invite only, so you have to be invited by DE to join the creator program. You can't submit an application for it anymore.
Would you like to be a part of it, though?
That's the thing. I don't know, because I worry that I feel like it would affect my content if I was part of it.
You could make all these, like, funny jokes and all this other shit. I mean, I can see that, I guess.
I would have to see, like, what are the terms of being in the program. That would be my ultimate deciding factor. What rights do I lose to be in the program? Last year's, I don't know. I feel like that honestly is kind of the kind of question that probably wouldn't prompt a, I will say this, I agree on the realm of, I think that the amount of times they've saved announcements for award shows is irritating. Because then they'll drop the update like 2 days after the award show, and it's like, well, I couldn't take off time for work for this or anything, right? Like, it's annoying in 3 minutes. I think the main thing is that it's, like, it's not hard, it's just boring for Daggett farming. Doing the same mission over and over, I just think is fucking boring.
Yeah.
Lose the right to say the F word. I mean, I already don't... Well, unless you mean the fact that I say fuck constantly, but, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Your soul is claimed by DE.
You said it to me enough. Well, maybe enough.
True.
You haven't said it to me today, so I mean, what does that?
Talking about a funny history. I'm gonna catch up a little bit. I know as I watch every video. I mean, I appreciate that, but I don't think I'm nearly as good as the other two. Never been a nominee as far as I've seen. As far as, like, I was reading chat. Nitro, could you get over here, please? I'm down.
Shit coming.
As far as I'm aware, DE actually deliberately does not, like, submit themselves to be in the Game Awards, like, proper. Absolutely briefly on Steel Path. I think the main thing is 1999 is going to be the stage for future content. It's kind of like Duviri in that regard. I imagine it'll expand over time, because the labs were like that too, right? We got a lot of new content with Dante Unbound. It's a little early for me to say. It also gave us a lot of new arcanes and amps and stuff like that. I feel like 1999 was a good update overall, in my opinion.
I liked it a lot, honestly.
Are you missing an Incarnin? You do realize that there are people that are like have started the game after Duviri released. There's also, I think it would take you 6 months to get every Incarnin at least once if you never bought one. So it's like there's plenty to do in Duviri. It would take you 6 months of circuit to get everything at least one time. Will there be Operation 2000? You know, maybe. I need health warps. I need a medic bet. Why do we keep getting this fucking room, by the way?
I don't know.
Best ongoing game a few years ago at the Game Awards? Because I know for Steam, they won that award the first year it was available, which is why they're not eligible to win it ever again. You can only win that award once, but for some new game mode. I don't necessarily agree. Like, I feel like the story elements of, like, Jade Shadows and stuff, like, the game mode ties into them, but there's still a story there regardless. My issue with a lot of the modern stories, it feels like it's just constantly, like, new carrots on new sticks, right? It feels like nothing ever actually gets resolved. We just keep moving on to the next thing.
Well, we'll never get the carrot.
Narmer will definitely have its plotline resolved at some point, guys. We didn't forget about Fazul. It's only been fucking 2.5 years. 2 years in a row. Okay, the Game Awards, you can win it multiple years in a row. The Steam Awards, you cannot win it multiple years in a row. Does they introduce Eternalism? I don't agree with that at all. Eternalism is one of those things that the community acts like is a bigger crutch than it actually is. I don't think there's many genuine examples of DE using Eternalism as a writing crutch. People just act like it is because it leaves that door open.
I don't even know what that fucking bullshit Eternalism word means.
Grab and go. Can't wait to see what you got when you get back here.
Trust you will kill Fazul, trust me. It's going to be just watch. Okay, I'm just gonna level with you, Archon. I'm not trying to be mean. If your argument for it being that now is that it will be, I don't accept that. If it's like the story doesn't matter now because of Eternalism, because it will be misused in the future, no. No, that's logic I'm not willing to accept. In person, DE, you need to beat a smug ass. We'll get back to Nephanu eventually, guys. Trust. Third Orb Mother, coming in 2023. Sad side of direction, grim. In future stories, I don't feel like they will because we're still focusing on Albrecht so much, but we'll have to see. Number could come back. I'm pretty sure that Entradi's thing about Tau was just that, like, the events of the future would play out because of what happened in Holvania. I think people are reading into that line too much. Go straight to the fourth orb. Deadass. Already, the media literacy. I agree with you to an extent on that, sir. I think people are more, like, afraid of what Eternalism could do than analyzing what it has done for the story.
Yeah.
Eternalism is the reason the Operator and the Drifter both exist. Fundamentally, that's all they've really used it for. The Narmer is stored in the orbs. True. Gay sex with Arthur? That's purely off-screen, sorry. Purely off-screen. You can't watch that shit. That's not rated M for mature. That's rated AO for adults only. You can't have that. That's rated AM for men, true.
Who should I find the last go?
Stuff I'm hopeful. I've followed the ARG, but I don't watch the lore videos super often, other than Stallards. I guess I enjoy Stallards. Merging as self. I feel like Eternalism being the justification for Barrow was just a fun in-universe thing to justify an unnecessary out-of-universe thing that had to happen. In AOL Instant Messenger. I think a lot of the information about the Drifter we learned from the Instant Messenger is honestly super interesting.
Honestly, yeah, I like it a lot.
Under the... Okay, Space Macaroni, calm down with the Denny's thing. I'm sorry I brought it up earlier. We don't have to keep going back to this.
What the fuck? Oh, the fucking paw job shit?
Yes. Floating above the third orb. Yeah, that's been there since the new war concluded, weirdly enough. That we had a sibling. I think different Drifter lines reveal that you... Biological sibling, not necessarily, so much as that, like, children all were raised together, I think is one of the lines talks about that. So, like, you had parents that were, like, assigned to you. Do you think Ash needs a rework? Not personally, no. Varuna proto-frame at Denny's? Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
Or no murmur.
I think we have one more, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
Claw job? Calm the fuck down, brother. Would you want more proto-frames? I'm kind of indifferent to it, honestly. I am the indifference TM about it. I think the proto-frames are super cool, but I don't know if they could pull off making new ones. Like, with the same level of depth as the current ones, I guess. We'll have to see. Was just a wolf, wasn't she? She had wolf companions, but she herself was not a wolf. Highest tier of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You do realize that if it's at the highest tier, that means it's the least necessary, right? Like, the hierarchy of needs is appearing because you have to build on the things at the lower tiers. The lower it is, the more necessary it is. Ember and Frost proto-frames. I'd be down for that, personally. Self-blame is peak. Yeah, that kind of stuff, honestly, I agree is really cool. With self-actualization and fulfillment. Do I have to get the pyramid? Do I have to get the pyramid? Personally tired of every frame getting a prime. I think that from a gameplay perspective, prime frames are kind of a stupid idea to have an objectively better version of an existing Warframe, but they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever, honestly.
Wrong answers, they all suck. But you're not cracking the Netra cell.
It's a monetization scheme. At the end of the day, that's fundamentally what it is. It's a monetization thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, primes are functionally, in a lot of ways, a premium skin.
Ready? To leave the anchor hold. Access.
When it's clearly a peak. I don't know, sir, and I'm not sure.
The Netra cell is hidden somewhere.
Would have been good thoughts. How fucked up would that be? Imagine it's like the void makes your thoughts real, cool kid, and then it's just like I'm like a fucking frog. I turn into a frog. My conceptual embodied prison is like a fucking pond. That's what would happen. I'm just stuck as a frog forever. It's like, well, could be worse, man. Could be worse. Finally slightly weaker than regular Mesa. You'll have to elaborate on what you mean by that.
Fire rate thing, I think. For the regulators.
I don't know what you're referring to.
I sent you a post about that. How apparently, people that are testing this has apparently been like a bug or some shit known for years. That, for some reason, Mesa shoots the regulators a lot faster than Mesa Prime.
Huh, that is strange.
There was another recent post about it just the other couple, like a week ago.
I must have not read that one, because sometimes when you send me a bunch of posts when I'm busy, I don't get through all of them.
Absolutely fair. I can go look for it if you need, but yeah, that's the only one I can think of.
I'm killing myself, grim. You think they get around to fixing that?
You think?
I don't give a fuck about the Gruzzling. He can just do whatever. The Grizzling. Also, I just want to say as well, I agree. Warframe is being designed around level cap. I agree should not happen. Level cap is not a form of content that the game officially pushes you towards in any capacity. It's an optional challenge that you can take on if you want to. Balancing the game around the absolute peak hardest of content, I think, would not be good for the rest of the game.
That's the Netra cell. Open it.
If you like level cap, that's totally fine. But I don't think that the rest of the whole game should be designed around something that's inherently so niche.
Clear them out and make sure the system can see you doing it.
Should be slightly more rewarding. Some level cap game modes are more rewarding. Like Void Cascade, its spawns for Thrax caps out after level cap is reached. So some level cap game modes are fairly rewarding, but low-key kind of base. I respect it. My main issue with level cap is, dude, I don't want to sit through a mission for that long, genuinely. It just is boring. That's my main reason, just full stop. Because she was designed around level cap, it certainly feels that way.
Oh, Bone Widow.
I want to avoid that. Yoreli wasn't reworked like 20 times. She was buffed multiple times post-release and then got one major overhaul with Lua's Prey, but it's funny because when Yoreli was announced, we're like, wow, like Hydroid is going to be replaced by Yoreli. We're finally going to have a good water-themed Warframe. And then she came out and it was like, oh no.
Magical Girl Bubbles. I was like, oh no.
The curse spread. Is it a Fisher for way too long? You know, I respect that. I've level capped in the Circuit and in Disruption, but that's it.
And in Natural Cells. And Natural Cells are fucking EDAs.
I haven't level capped in EDA, no. You could just sit there and wait for the Fisher thing to cap out, but total transition goals. If your transition goals are Yoreli, like, Godspeed, but I don't know how you do that. I don't think modern medical science is going to turn you into a fish.
I'm just fished.
Useless for me. Like, here's the thing. If you enjoy doing level cap, that's totally fine, and you're allowed to enjoy that, and I don't want to take that from you at all. But I also feel like balancing the whole game around it is not the right move, because that's not... That's not where, like, the majority of the game. And so acting like it is, I think, would cause problems. Now I'm a fish? Yeah, honestly, void manifestations that turn your thoughts real, I become a fish. I agree, good idea. The e-girl part, not the fish part? Why not the fish part? I thought that's what you were talking about. Women want me, fish fear me. Nah, bruh. Fish fear me, women fear me. I am alone on this barren earth.
497.
Tag fur? What do you mean transition goals are tag fur? You want to turn into tag fur? How does that even work exactly?
Kill every other human on the planet, and then, I guess, yeah.
Gas-based Warframe? I'm gonna be honest. I hope that they rework gas at some point, at least uncap the stat count, but because Pablo has repeatedly said it's very powerful when you know how to use it, I don't think they will. I'm gonna be honest with you all. Become depressed? You know, fair enough. I think that the blast rework just blew gas out of the fucking water. Like, it stole its niche from it, if you want my honest opinion. There are very few times I'd ever take gas over blast. There are legitimate reasons at some times, but not nearly as often as it used to be.
Yeah.
I hope that they at least uncap the stack amount for gas. I miss my wife drifter. It's funny to me that Tagfer misses Min so much, but then talks about how, like, she never actually was, like, really aware, and he never really knew her as, like, a person, because that wasn't a thing when they were together. It's very interesting.
Something's going on with necromites. Trying to lock this thing down.
What Blast does now. So how Blast works, if memory serves, is each time you do, like, deal a damage instance that procs Blast, that Blast proc will store 10% of that damage, and then after 1.5 seconds, it'll detonate. And that stacks up to, if you reach full Blast stack, or if the enemy dies, then all of the Blast stacks are consumed and deal 300% of all their damage added together. I believe that's how it works. So, with Blast, reaching max stack or killing the enemy afflicted by Blast is by far the most valuable way to get mileage out of it. Blast is great on high damage and high fire rate weapons. Like, beam weapons are great with Blast, my Blast die Q is really good, and Blast is in a 5-meter radius, which is very big. Corrosive Blast for it, Incarnin. It be what it be. Make more of them in the Foundry. Yeah, Ortis, build more Tag Furs immediately. It just goes hard and I hate it. Such is the case. I feel like there comes a point for every Warframe player where you have to divorce yourself from caring about the meta. After primary acuity. Yeah, primary acuity made a lot of guns way better. 500 Tag Furs. With Valkyrie to help her Exalted. Oh, so the important thing to note that I haven't added to the Exalted series yet, movement-based Incarnin perks actually affect Exalted, like, will affect you still when you're in your Exalted, so Praetos is actually a really good option, because you can keep the, like, increased parkour velocity and stuff. And then, you know, slap the Gladiator set on it, and you can just use your Hysteria's combo counter to build it. Try to force everyone to sweat. That's kind of the unfortunate reality of the Warframe discussion channel, honestly. People discuss the meta there a lot, and I'll admit I don't like it, but I don't think I can really curb it, necessarily. What the meta is, then you're on the right track. They would all be male and go extinct? Alright. Novel concept, gay sex. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it like that. Gay sex, all exclamation points. What is sex again? Good question. Not celibate? True.
Ahoy, ahoy. Might you have time for a quick
What
run?
the fuck do you want, fish?
That's a pun. The enemy shall not find us wanting.
72,000. You see my Excalibur build? I think I did, but it's vague memory. The Chosen Protoframe. It should have been a little bit ago. If you didn't see it, then it'll probably not be until next month. It's a monthly cycle. Gay sex allowed. Look, my hope is that someone is here watching this video with their family or at work on low volume, so that like they're not heard, and then I'll just be like, gay sex, and it'll just be loud enough someone's gonna hear it. Or you'll have that brief moment of panic where you think someone might hear you through your headphones.
Just go like, or some shit.
What now, Nitro? That should have been your last Nitro cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have much to
Does the Lakeside sound like Fibonacci? They're the same. That was gay as fuck. What do you expect? I watch this at work, but use in-ears? That's for your own safety. Me watching Cool Kid with the family at 4 a.m. Yeah, put me on the big screen. Put me on your 70-inch 4K smart TV. Watch it with your family. Watch the stream with your children, if they're the age of 16 or older, because that's the age you have to be to play Warframe in most jurisdictions. Isn't he, like, gay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Best special dash in Warframe? Or, like, special dash Warframe? What do you mean by that, exactly? I don't think I understand the question. You don't need the meta to do it. EDA is more about, I hope I'm fucking lucky this week. Let's be real here. I lied about leaving. I respect that. Like gay, he is the gay. 70 plasma screen TV. Frame with unique... Oh, like dash animations? Maybe. So yeah, I make the joke I'm like a Western saloon door. That's all you'll get out of me. We'll play Arcwing again. But culture... As in, like, you're addicted to hentai? What the fuck does that mean? Fuck you mean cultured?
No.
Does Tagfer is gay? He did say at the end of the rank 3 cutscene, I want the fish. So I'm going with yes. Also, my favorite role is probably Gyres. You guys think Caliban Prime will float like Titania Prime does? That'd be goated.
That'd be nice.
Operator, I've run diagnostic regression.
Nitro, are you out of the sanctum yet?
Yes.
I almost invited Blueprint again. Have a repeat of the incident.
The session is full, babe. The session.
There's no one in my fucking lobby.
I don't know what to tell you. There's too many voices. I don't know.
Get in the fucking...
There we go.
John Warframe. I agree. The Protea one is also pretty cool. John Warframe incident. What's next? I don't want to go past like 4, so probably won't stream for more than like the next half hour, but I'm still disappointed. Caliban's rework honestly made him quite good, if you want my opinion. Unless you mean like in terms of the fact that he doesn't float specifically, but
maybe we could, I don't know, that'd probably be boring, but we could finish
Lavos Gaming when.
Path nodes, if that minds.
Feel free to pick whatever steel path nodes you still have to do. Yeah, I'm trying to read the chat, but it's hard to like respond to everyone. Like I said, like it's great to have the higher viewership, but part of me misses back when it was like 60 viewers on average. It felt like it was much easier to respond to people. Who do you think the next Prime should be? Lavos. He's next in the order, and he's one of my favorite Warframes, so I'm biased. I miss my wife, Cool Kid. I'm sorry. You should find yourself a husband instead. They already announced it? I don't think they've announced it, so much as they strongly hinted at it.
And you may yet
My back is covered in blue again.
in your training.
You're wearing... It looks like... Hold on, hold still. Hold still. You're wearing a glyph.
No, I hadn't loaded it yet, so my fucking entire back was just like a fucking like murky blue, like fucking
I was like,
texture.
what are you... I was like, what do you mean? Did you not put that on?
No, No, that's not mine.
There's another I don't remember. I honestly hope it will be Sepulchrum, because getting Trumna but not Sepulchrum Prime would just feel weird forever. Diriga Prime should be next. I don't think Diriga needs a Prime, personally. Like, then again, we got Nautilus Prime. We just got a Prime Sentinel not that long ago, so I guess we'll have to see, but... Putting chat on slow mode, I think it would just irritate people more than anything.
I have a TTS chat.
Diriga Wraith?
I did not hear Wraith, I heard something else.
Member-only chat? That would be funny. I do have, like I said, I want to start doing dev commentary videos for members, but Rosie's helping me with, like, a thing for that, and she's been busy lately, so it hasn't been finished. I want to, because my plan for members is to do, like, dev commentary videos, and then I wanted to, like, post those while people still have their memberships, because a lot of people recently have been gifted them by some kind people in the chat, and I want to give them that content before their gifted memberships go away. Second is Oxalis Prime. Oxalis came out with the Valis. Drown out the voices, let us in. I feel like a donation TTS could be really funny, but... Remember, my friend May used to have a donation TTS, and it was set at $1 to trigger, and I would just fucking spam the shit out of it to annoy her, and she had to keep raising the price because I kept doing it. I think it's up to $10 now. You have to donate $10 where the TTS will kick in. That shit was fun.
560% melee damage, let's fucking go.
Okina Prime came with Protea. Still surprised that happened, honestly. Or that Okina got an Incarnate with how good the Prime is, but... If you could, when of the and you, yes. Great question. Yeah. And only from with TTS. I don't pop into May's streams that much anymore. May is on, like, a Twitch streamer who... I feel like, I don't know, like, we just kind of got distant over time, I guess. I don't talk to her that often. She's very much fallen into a very different clique than when she and I were closer, which just is what it is. I'll pop...
Decent, she's like a VTuber, like not a corporation, but like a fucking,
She's a VTuber, but not like a V-Shoujo or Hololive one or anything. She's an independent
not
one,
that big, but like, semi-independent, but she's got a fucking, like, what's Gamer Subs flavor, doesn't she?
No.
Like, she got, like, something with, like, G-Subs.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
On the fucking Twitch page, I'll have to go look it up again.
Talk to her. That's the thing, is like when someone has so much going on in their life, even if you try, it can be difficult to get in touch with them. Like, something that I think a lot of people don't, like, seem to realize, I guess, is like when you have friends that are so busy in their lives and you, like, become a lower priority on that list because you're less of a part of it as you just grow apart over time, establishing yourself is harder because there are other things competing for their attention that are more important than you. And that's just kind of the reality of it, right? Just with a lot of things in life. If you grow apart from other people, naturally things are going to start taking your place. And, that's, I don't know, it kind of just is what it is. Some people will get too busy for you, and you have to accept that on some level. It doesn't mean it's not worth trying, but I also will say, in regards to May specifically, she was always more of my brother's friend than my friend. Like, we were very much amicable, but she was always more Hunter's friend than my friend.
I mean, to be honest, she was always a right kind of no trauma. I wonder if she's changed.
What's your thoughts on Manifold Bond that was applicable to Beast Companions, with and without the cooldown reduction? I feel like Manifold Bond doesn't need to be on Beast Companions, personally, because they're so incredibly strong with their claw damage. Like, it would also probably be incredibly broken in some context, to be honest. But I don't think it's necessary, I guess. I feel like they're fine where they're at. Manifold Bond is really, really good. It's a defining aspect of, like, Hound builds. But I think that Beast Companions are so damage-oriented that they can do without it. Also, I know what you're talking about with the gas damage of Aura thing. Don't have friends? Real and true. I actually learned something. I like how that implies that you haven't learned anything in the, like, half hour of that series up to that point, which, you know, fair enough. Some people know everything. Non-stop cat's eye buff. Yeah, that would be a bit of a concern, wouldn't it? could get in the future. I don't feel like I play Caliban enough to make a judgment on that. And I also feel like I don't make the game, so it wouldn't matter if I have any ideas that I think are good. I'm not even on the design council, bro. I do not matter to this game's development team at all.
Design council, unironically.
So I can give away my account in my will? That would be pretty funny.
I think
Oh, it's an
technically
ambulance.
but like you're not supposed to have other people use your
He's
accounts.
awake.
I give it away though.
Conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
I really want to get my Hound to have Tenacious Bond work. I wish that they would overhaul how Hound melees work, but is indirectly get bugs patched. I will be accused of that for the rest of time, dude. I did not get the Drifter handshake thing patched. I swear to God. Kavat's Grace based. New Prime unique weapon B. They're rare enough, I guess I can't really say. What was the last unique Prime weapon we got? Because there's Dakra and Euphona. Those were both unique Prime weapons. What was the last unique Prime we got? Reaper was also a unique Prime. Yeah, that's true. Gatva? I think, yeah, that's correct. And Gatva's not a Prime Access weapon either. It was a Tennokan weapon. Smita Kavat Prime. They didn't watch the Duviri streams. Pangolin Prime? Pangolin Prime is a Prime of Pangolin Sword. I think I actually have that in my inventory. Yeah, Pangolin Prime was a re-up of Pangolin Sword. Wasn't that the Prime of Aeolak? Yes, but they're such different guns I wouldn't consider it something like that. Maybe for Dante? Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Where's next?
Oh, did I get another one? Oh, I did. Remember, we have to reach 1,000 friends. I'm at 400. I'm getting there. I want to hit the cap of 1,000. Just a handheld Cetoglaive. What did I miss? A fair few things. Also, Nitro, you could just queue up whatever whenever you're ready.
The next.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab Hildren, I think. Friend maxing.
Wait, no.
Radom Prime. What did you just do? Re-invite Nitro's dumbass.
I did the thing. Oh, fuck.
What is your IGN? It's just CoolKid369. Same as my YouTube channel.
Oh, there are two defenses back to back, so I thought I queued up the wrong one.
So it begins.
Out of Terminus and then secure?
If you're going to add me as a friend, please attach a funny friend message. It brings me great joy to see funny friend messages. No one is... Is he still on my friends list, or is his account gone? Yep, Podjob, please, is still here. He's got the drippy glyph, too, which makes this even worse. I'm curious, what's his most used Warframe? Loki? How long has his account been around, I wonder? He played during Scarlet Spear, so that's what, at least 2020? Why did I get... Did I fucking invite you again, Blueprint? I'm sorry. If I did, I did not mean to. I was trying to invite Nitro.
No, actually, that was me because he appeared before you in my list.
Fuck's sake. Is Podjob Please's message when he friend invited me was fucking hilarious. Blueprint, steal his skin. Take that guy's skin.
Accept your death and
Urelli mating press, yeah, as is the meme.
in your training.
Nitro, get in here.
Floating.
I was gonna John my Warframe. Well, goddamn.
I mean, it's...
Oh, this is this tiles. Why are these all defenses?
Primarily because I struggle to do defenses on my own because I don't play a lot of characters that can do defenses on their own.
Depending on the Gemini skin, they're cool, but I don't personally really use them that much.
That explains it.
Oh god, this is gonna be rough. I shouldn't have picked Hildren for this. I should have been told this was an infested mission.
I didn't realize it was to be fair either.
But I think they're cool, but I don't personally, like, use them much, because I don't really want to play as the Hex, personally. I hate this house so much, yeah. I'm fucked up for real.
With Infested, it's not a problem, too personally. You can just line them up and knock them down.
I think the problem is they just come from so far away.
I mean, yeah, it gives you more time to punch through.
You're not even playing Cyto 9.
But you
Mag can stop being ugly. I think Mag has a lot of great Tenno gen. I'm gonna go play Marvel Rivals. See ya. Thanks for stopping by, Blueprint. Where they run like a mirror, yeah.
You want to do a Luna mod.
Oh, Nitro, no. Leave Blueprint in peace. He doesn't need to know. Keep it chill watching. I typically play by myself or with Nitro only to keep things easier for me. Streaming is enough mental overload. I struggle the more people are with me. That's like part of why Phoenix isn't on the streams as often anymore. Is it was just really overwhelming to have 3 people on.
Usually I'm fine because I don't talk that much, or if I do, it's just stupid shit that you
Still haven't gotten the cosmetic at all. That's because the Citrine Gemussy has taken over. They don't think she needs
that.
Is
That is a thing on the model as well, which is something I will never forget, and Nick will never forget.
Anyway, Invisible Woman skin, grim. That's what your Hildren reminds me of. That's an interesting comparison.
What, the Gemussy?
No, the... God damn it, Nitro.
Well, that's the only fucking word I've been hearing you say.
Oh, I just talked about someone saying that I look like Ultraman. This is like, it's like Phoenix says, this genre of Nitro discovering information everyone else already knows.
Look, it's fine. I'm restarted. I almost said the word. I'm restarted. I can say that because I have autism.
I'll never forget when. I can't even talk about this on stream. Actually, right? It would make a certain person look really bad when they were just being ignorant on accident.
To be fair, I've been told that by some of my old co-workers.
Looks like Ultra Lord. I don't know. My Hildren looks like whatever I decided to make it look like, I guess. Who is Ultraman? It was like an old. I think it was maybe the same people behind Power Rangers. Actually, it's an old television show. All right, we all know the real show though was VR Troopers. That was the real one.
What?
The drama is insane. Definitely still around. Is Ultraman still running? I guess I wouldn't know. I watched it as a kid, off and on. I think it was one of those things my mom had on VHS. Looked like the options I clicked when I made it. Well, I just didn't really have anything in mind for this Hildren design. I just kind of was like, oh, these colors look all right together, and that was what I went with. It was extremely successful. That's interesting. The Warframe situation is insane. Exactly. Molly, what are you doing? My dumbass dog.
Wait, what the fuck happened to my colors? What the fuck? I'm supposed to be like the fucking like Mark 1 Excalibur, like basic Excalibur. Why the fuck am I black? Why the fuck have I been stalkerified?
You have been. Oh, are you using Eclipse?
Does it change your fucking colors?
Yep, it makes it look like you. It gives you like this shiny effect. The gimmick of Eclipse's visual effects is smoke and mirrors. So defensive form, you look like you're shrouded in smoke, and then you get a glassy effect for the mirror part of Eclipse.
Oh, damn.
For those who are wondering, yes, that's why Eclipse looks like that. It's a joke about that or that expression. Would be amazing on Hildren. Arcane Bellico. You mean the health one? Is based on Ultraman, the giant one? Oh, what is it? Way Big, I think he's called? That makes sense, actually. Gara in shambles right now. Oh, he's down there. And the channeled ability health combo was funny. I guess that makes sense. Holds the Noctua upside down. Hell yeah. You guys remember when Dante was new and he held all of his, like, tome skins upside down?
Yeah,
what are you getting shields from? I don't know. The shields are just manifesting. Maybe it's like a Tar Mutalist Moa? I have no idea.
Wait, what?
Would be so confusing. We'll see, we'll see. How many have I gotten? We gotta go through them. 12. Oh, hell yeah. John Warframe Umbra Prime. That moment when you die as fuck, you know, fair enough. Hello, Jamer. Okay, I know how you pronounce the word GIF. Oh wait, I accepted. Oh, damn it, it moved. I'm sorry, whoever's I just missed. It's Baruch fisting time. So we can Rhino Charge into danger, maybe hydrate our way into something wetter. Oh, for fuck's sake. I respect that you put this level of effort into it, I'll say that much. I'm not reading this one out loud. I'm sorry, Lore Rat. The woke left is trying to make this game.
I thought you
Huh?
Yes.
I mean, we're not gonna answer that one. Praise the Unga Bunga, you're goated if you know this reference. I'm sorry, I don't. I have no regrets. No time to for my head to burst. Are you secretly Red Pixel or Idan's alt account? Did the stream die for a second? I don't. Let me look. I have no drop frame notifications. I don't know if anyone else saw anything weird. Also, thank you for the kind message, Avoid Renegade. And then we just follow it up immediately from something nice and wholesome to Owie Feet Fiends Rise Up. I should decline this, but we're on the grind. Buffered for a moment? Huh. Coolkid says woke left, stream dies. True. Woke left took over the stream. It got intercepted. Wait, 30 years, so I'm not sure to pick his next mission. What the? This is the fucking finale of Once a Week! Don't think I don't recognize that shit. Hell no, we're not playing that. We ain't playing that shit.
Hell,
I'll get banned if I use it in game. That'd be so fucking funny. Just, yeah, why'd your account get banned? My Kubro. Oh, what was the problem? He was named Obese Cuck. Peak Warframe with Old Man Yowie too. True. Just like goddamn Obese Cuck got me taken out. What Warframe quote should I use? Okay, what Warframe quote should you use? Chat, let's do some group knowledge here. What Warframe quote should be used in the job interview? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Clem? My Warframe is strong, you monstrous bitch. I love the amount of my Warframe is strong. The one was one about insides or something. You know, I agree. My Warframe is strong. Just no context. Drop that line mid-interview. You monstrous bitch is also a good one, though. Lizard leech bloody worm. Natala's whole speech. I don't know if that counts as one solitary quote. You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly. Life support activated. Vor monologue. That's a, yeah, you know, fair enough. That'd be an easy one. Friend ship door.
Coming.
Occult worshipping money. Oh god. You ever get hammered in that suit, Tenno? Oh no.
Oh no.
My father was a farmer. Yeah, it's like when they ask you to talk about yourself, just recite the entire Nata speech. It's a fellow Warframe streamer. Oh, okay. Lights out. Oh, sorry, I was too fast.
The reactor has gone critical.
Change of plans, leave nothing alive. This is what happens when you fail the job interview.
It's
Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity.
I don't have magnetic on anything, I don't think. So I can't just pop the bubbles. Start quoting lines from the Stalker. What, like the... Do you guys remember the old Stalker lines where it was just him whispering while talking backwards? I missed that shit. It was actually pretty fucking freaky. Wuck? Yeah, just say wuck mid-interview. Or Rark, maybe.
what the what?
What you have learned here will serve you
Lich quotes? Oh, God. Don't call the job, you know, interview, like, host Little Meat. Don't say that to the recruiter. Did Nitro just make a cat noise? This is a pretty common occurrence. Not the Little Meat quotes.
I meow because he won't.
Nitro, shut your gay ass up. Okay, we got 6 more coming in. Twink Transmask Zephyr Deluxe. Oh, okay. I know there was more of that message. I just, like, my brain stopped. I don't understand this reference. We're just gonna keep moving. Subscribe to Cool Kid 369. Chroma passive is S tier. That is some insane fucking cope. Average Chroma. I'm sorry. That is insane fucking cope. C tier is too high. I should have put that shit in D tier. Blade Runner reference? Ah, okay.
There, downloading.
Who did you kiss? You want to see what happened? You want to see what happened for my New Year's kiss?
He kissed the fucking cake. Or cat, I don't know.
Don't kiss the cat, Drifter. Me and the homie. I love the distorted meow whenever this picture is taken. It's so fucking funny. Whoever included that detail is a fucking genius. Just the incredibly loud meow with the... Because, like, for those who don't know, when you do the normal, like, dating thing, there's, like, a quote from your partner at when the picture is taken. But for Kalima's, it's just the really loud, distorted meow. And I think that's fucking hilarious. Interception. Oh, that's grim. Whatever. I want more cats roaming around. It would be funny if Kalimas could just wander around naturally. I agree. Shane Dawson cutscene. Oh no. Oh no. Good morbing chat. Welcome, Hoot. I don't want to go for too much longer. Maybe we'll do just this one mission, maybe one more. Kalimos domestic drone. Also, yeah, you can have the Kalimos skin for your Kavat, but I think it'd be fun to just have Kalimos wander around independently. And yes, Kalimos is Bingus Prime. This is correct.
Hey, yo, you got that energy, babe? Energy, babe?
Good night, chat. Fair enough. Also, huh?
Can I get a pizza?
I'm all the way over here already. We might want to work your way over to A. Let's get on Vulpaphilas. Yeah, if only.
My
like
fucking Where is he?
for the heavy sword moveset? This is just the heavy blade skin that comes with Hildren's Prime Access. They're taking B already.
Yeah, I
outta
had
here.
to revive Forky.
I'm just bombing them from a distance and hoping that it does something.
I did actually, yeah.
Is that a horse or a cat? He's, what's the word? Bisexual, where you can speak multiple languages? He's like that. Oh, I got an electric proc. That's grim.
He might be. I'm acoustic and I'm bisexual or some shit.
This has been fact-checked by real American patriots. True. Bicoustic? Sure. Whatever the fuck that word's supposed to mean. Bisexual for languages. The actual term is binoculars.
No, you mean Beanoclad or some shit like that. That one's-
Bisexual, there's two of you? That's crazy. Real and true.
Yeah, we got men in the
Oh my
other
god, they're
one.
taking 3 all at once.
Yeah,
Calm
they are.
down.
They're not fucking around today for some reason.
Calm down. AoE meta lives. Hildren's height having a cap is so annoying. I know why it does that, but damn. He's a bison. Are they Grimoire mods? Yes, the new invocation. New void tongue word added to catalog. Twink. We have the twink invocation. New mod for the Grimoire. What the fuck electric procced me?
Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
He's
Fuck
fucking
off.
dead, And now we can see why I haven't played some of these nodes solo.
They're taking all 3 at once. Yes. Voice smell canticle. Oh god. With voracious metastasis. I know about the strategy, but I don't really play with it personally.
What's that one?
In their combination, that's true. You have to get them with the word twink in the requiems. Oh, they're capturing C. I was like, where the fuck is the guy capturing this objective? He was nowhere. Wrong place. It's my favorite Warframe boss, Ambulance. Dude, they are just fucking taking everything.
Like I said, they're not fucking around today. Good lord.
Nitro, you're playing a crowd control frame.
I know it's not enough.
We have captured a tower.
What is it? Looks like it's on kill or something. Oh, I'm just using pillage. I guess I might have on Arcane Aegis too, but I'm just refunding my shields with pillage. Just kill that guy through the wall.
Holy shit, it's Ambulance.
Augment. I am using they're taking C again? Son of a bitch, dude. Son of a bitch. Just start firing some rockets in there, but it's not enough, man. It's not enough. You can't just blow up all your problems, unfortunately. As much as I try, I cannot. On hit augment. Oh, I'm not using that one, no. Overglorified exterminate? Huh, that's weird.
What?
My Zenith disc over here is kind of helping. That their Exilizers aren't spawning, so they just turned things into an overglorified exterminate. Also, thank you for the membership, Despy. I will have more membership content out relatively soon, I hope. So I'll make your $5 worth it here shortly, TM. But thank you, I appreciate it. Was the 4th plane that crashed in the middle of nowhere out of my mind? I don't remember saying that. That sounds like I would say, but I don't remember saying that. Just like, guys, check it. Me in the field in Pennsylvania.
Are you willing to risk going back to the field?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Try and capture another signal.
Fuck you.
Be careful though. The enemy
They
is surely
fought
rallying
well.
stronger reinforcements.
Good deaths. Oh, why is Teshin so much louder than Lotus? He's like, shut up, bitch. I'm busy. Like, dude, Lotus's voice was so drowned out by Teshin. What the fuck? What did I get blood for energy from? That's a good question. I can probably just look in the codex. I don't think we'll do another mission. Maybe we'll hang out for a little bit and then we can go. Blood for energy. Oh, Ambulus. Right,
Oh.
Ambulus is what drops it. It's on the Dax maxing grind set. It's an incredible damage of 1000 slash 100% crit chance with a 5 times crit multiplier and ricochet. Leto Incarnate moment. Here, you can have your Sparkle Dog. We'll even go visit Wally, actually. Nitro doesn't get to have a say in this. He doesn't get a vote because he has no rights. Have you played Atlas? Yes. Rosie bought it for me. We played it for like an hour or two. I haven't played it much, though. While being our father issues father figure. Real and true. It's time to visit Wally. Say hi to Wally, everyone. This will be our lurker moment. If you've just been lurking in chat, just been hanging out, haven't been, like, doing much or, you know, saying much, go ahead and type hi, Wally, if you would. Just say hi to Wally. He hangs out here all by his lonesome. We're gonna bring him a pizza, even. We'll bring the pizza for Wally. It's a bit in the way. I'm gonna rotate him. No, not Wally. No. All right, we'll bring the pizza for Wally. How to get Wally? It's this Vermink concept art I think you get from scanning one of the Biz memory fragments in the Valis. After a 50-minute work call, grim. Greetings, you fucking rat. Well, goddamn. Nitro, were you in the Dorma zone?
Now I am, yeah.
Knocking all the way out here. Operator, I don't think you should answer that.
I hit my hotkey for spawn the back and my game nearly crashed.
Lamau. Actual twigs without the dog heads. Yeah, they're pretty small. Me chilling on the table.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
A fandom wiki for Warframe. I agree. That is not Wonderwall.
Hey, let me fucking grab it.
Sparkledog should do the owie emote. Need to update this place. I wish they would make it a possible base of operations. My suggestion to that end is actually pretty simple. What I think they should do to the Dorma zone, out here, like, add a new segment at the end that just leads to your ship. So you can just have all your stuff in your ship and you can go there. So that you can have it as a base of operations. Too many personal rooms, though. We really only have the Orbiter, the Drifter's Camp, and the back room. That's not that many.
Fucking Wonderwall.
Not inbox friends. I have a few more to accept. You like boys? Yep. Hi, Wally. Thank you. Wally always appreciates it. Arcane testicular torsion. I almost hit decline friend. Sorry, that was a self-defense reaction. Add beer to Dorma zone. Yeah, Chevident is dead, unfortunately. He canonically fucking died. Wish we had a Yowie emote. What the hell? We chilling on the casting couch. My sit right is over here.
Wait, there is, yes.
Nitro, you know I can get copyright claims for Shawzin songs, correct? This has actually happened before. Blueprint playing a, or not Blueprint, Swinardian playing a Shawzin song from Dragon Force actually got me a copyright claim.
What the fuck?
That can actually happen. Dojo, Orbiter, Camp back. I wouldn't count the dojo as a personal space because you don't have access to, like, you can't make it really a base of operations in the traditional sense. Found Sparkle. Yeah, we did find Sparkle Shawzin, too. And there's the Force load screen between. I feel like it could be interesting if they wanted to touch it up and, like, make it work, but I don't think they will. The Dorma Zone was one of those things that, like, they were like, guys, we're adding player housing to Warframe, and it's like, we already have the Orbiter. I feel like, I don't know, the back room just does this better. It feels like the Dorma Zone if it was good.
What the fuck's up on those, I guess?
I do want to talk about the different ways to boost them, yeah. Like, Mark of the Beast and Outburst and all that stuff. I guess the Amalgam Fierax thing I didn't really consider, to be perfectly honest. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Let me put a pin in that. I'll have to put a pin in that. I've always just used Mark of the Beast, personally, but I think, where was I storing this stuff? I think it might have been in my original... Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna make a new thing for this. Let's just make... I'm just gonna call this just important stuff. Okay, thank you for mentioning that. I didn't really think about that. Like I said, I've normally been using Mark of the Beast. Set up your own base of operations. Yeah, if only. Nitro, what the hell is going on over there?
I'm fucking memeing around with like the fucking first couple of notes of some songs.
For her 4. Yeah, I'm surprised that they fixed it not working, but they actually didn't. Like, come on, man. Give us the running around give us the proper puppy mode.
Ironically, yeah.
From stream at some point. Maybe. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube if I keep streaming. I'm gonna be real here. Things get too out of hand. They should add a gender toggle and nothing else. Yeah, rework, guys. You can play as a woman now. Puppy Girl Prime? Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The Worm Queen even talks about locking her in a kennel.
Well, this should be fun to play.
I wish that was me. Oh, god damn it. They make her run on all 4s. Phone's back and on and I can hear again. I'm sorry that it's been restored. If you could what? Well, thanks for the 5, corrupt politician, is this a bribe? Maybe, is this a reverse bribe? The politicians are paying me, or is this like my tax return? How does that work exactly? Nitro was cute. Oh, I'm allowed to tell him that. Thank you very much. Backrooms boys is crazy. Good point. You're now remembering Vor exists, as if I could ever forget. Female Oberon win? Who fucking knows, dude? Fuck, I did it wrong. Rip. Make Verona Prime bark? Oh no. I think the next Prime will be after Lavos. Probably Irelie. I don't think I saw that one, unfortunately. I'm sorry for the audio loss message. Male Nejo Wen? Good question. Good question.
That one actually sounded really good, honestly.
If you could add, you want me to run an ad, right now? If they go back to the old Prime Order, we'll have to see. The Prime Order is broken. They released Sevagoth right after Protea, so we don't really know anymore for the gender thing. It got cut off. Corrupt politician is... Maybe what you need to do, corrupt politician, is type out your message and then add a bunch of random, keyboard mash text characters to the end. Maybe that'll fix it.
Let's see how this one goes.
Would be Narmer themed? Realistically, probably would be. Yeah, rough shit. It is hard to read chat messages with Nitro just blasting music in my other ear.
It's like chat left ear, Nitro right ear.
Look at us now, government funded. My job is technically for the local government, so
which, you know, makes you only half a... Well,
I'm not a Fed, you dipshit. I said local government. See what actually comes after. Yeah, we'll have to figure... We'll see what happens. I will just be pissed if Lavos gets pushed back again. Need to go beyond a moldy cheese? What the fuck are you talking about? Barbecue? We're pushing things even further beyond here at the Cool Kid 369 channel. Original frames look like? I don't think so, no. Cool Kid is a fan. Yeah, I'll show up in your house and just shoot your dog and leave. That's what the ATF does as their job, actually. Their job is to shoot, like, okay. All I'm gonna say, listen. If you have, you know, concerns that the police... Nitro, I swear to God. Anyways, if you have concerns that the police or that the ATF might show up to your house, okay, first of all, you need to put MetaPet Kit on your dog, just in case. Maybe you run, like, a Shield Link mod or something. But more importantly, here's my strategy, okay? Here's how you deal with federal agents in your home. What you do is you take a dog, like a taxidermy dog or like a replica of a dog. What you could do is even take a stuffed animal that looks somewhat realistic and put it in like a dark area so that they don't know for sure if it's a dog or not. And then you fill it with tannerite, like the explosive compound, like when you shoot it, it blows up. And then you also fill it with like shrapnel. So what'll happen, right, is the Fed will come in and they'll see the dog and just naturally, right, as is their protocol, they'll shoot the dog and it will blow up like a frag grenade. So this is my personal suggestion for ensuring that you are... This is no official legal advice, by the way. This is my personal suggestion for how to defend yourself against federal agents inside your home. And remember, if you're self-employed and your business is fighting federal agents, you can use the dog as a tax write-off. Mod blast on your dog? Yes, for real. As a government employee. Can this work on PETA workers? Okay, minor change. If it's a worker for PETA, they won't shoot your dog, they'll steal your dog and then go euthanize it. So in that case, it has to be like a remote detonator. You have to be able to blow it up from a distance, like C4 or something. That's what you've got to do for that. Nitro, I swear to God. I gotta go into the other room.
Alright, fuck it, I'll play an actual song then.
The lens flare. Got a work call, see y'all. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'm not going to keep going for too much longer. I'm getting a little distracted as always, but we'll go until we reach 2.5 hours. That's 8 more minutes. I'll push the goalpost, why not? Was ever head in the gutter? It'd be like that. I'll pay $5. I don't know. That scares me. I'm enjoying this, Sean. What music? Out of the window anyway.
That smells Duran currently.
It's basically like a giant TV screen. I wish they would give us more of these. It's an underexplored idea, in my opinion. It was supposed to be for the Zeraman colonists to, like, be able to feel like they were, you know, at home. And then, of course, you just have the outside of the Zeraman skybox. Silent Blue is really good. I also quite like the Valis one, though. Best tactic against the Cosmic Core Entities mindset. Hear me out? What do you mean, hear me out? Didn't know this room existed? Fair enough. Zer, I'm worried. What do you mean, hear me out? You will regret it? Huh? Temple Gates? Treacherous Marsh? Jungle Spaceport? Eidolon Rain? There's all these cool, like, audioscapes that don't have any pictures to match. Because you're a threat to U.S. national security. I don't think I'm a threat to U.S. national security. Like, D's a Canadian company. I'm a threat to myself and others. That's why I'm not in the partner program.
I am a flight risk according to the ATF. That means I'm doing something right.
Is the Helping Sab Sit Cat stream today? Sab didn't... I think Zayak said that Sab's internet wasn't working out, and that's why that didn't happen. To my pants status of being clean? What does, like, watching my streams make you shit yourself? What the fuck does that mean? Nitro was the one kept bound? You think I'm the medicine? I'm just over here fucking shredding notes on his Shawzin. Nitro was not innocent. Society or something, I guess? I won't accept that. Skibbity Acrithis. I'm sorry. What do you have this week, Acrithis? Actually, that's not too bad. I will buy that. Warm-up blueprint, a couple ribbon mods. Die instantly. I'm sorry, my conspiracy theory, unironically, is this room used to be the bathroom. It makes sense. What else would this room have been for the Dormazone? Once you get back to safety, you can detonate it to kill them? Yeah, that's true. Let's look, it's the Orb Valis. This actually is kind of cool, because it's very reminiscent of a lot of images from Curiosity on Mars. Which I think is neat. How many ribbon slivers do you have? I guess about 2,000. I actually don't think I bought anything. Also, this is the Orb Valis back when it was first being revived in Orican times. For those who don't know, according to a lot of like elements of the lore, the Valis is not supposed to be frozen. It was supposed to be like a temperate, normal climate, but when the Orican disappeared, the coolant towers were left unmaintained, and they gradually froze that part of the landscape. Most of Venus, according to Thursby, is still on fire, like it is in real life. But the Orb Valis and the area surrounding it, there's like this big geographic region on Venus that is cold still. Is that what the timeskip had it normal? Yeah, as far as we're aware, at least. Narmer, like, the efficiency of Narmer made the Valis start to return to the more temperate state, even if the cold version was way better. But, you know, yeah. DE doesn't fucking care, I guess. I can still not go back for whatever reason. Let me out, let me out. We have 2.5 minutes before I reach the goal I had set for myself. We'll make meth. Who up freezing they climate? Real and true. Welcome to Iowa. Excalibur. Welcome to Fortnite. I have an Among Us here. Look! There's an Amogus on my windowsill. I didn't even realize that.
Missed one note.
You need some good Barotrauma content. I think he's linked as Biff the Bear on my account. You should be able to find him if you scroll down to the Friends section. Climate change got to Warframe, yeah. For everyone? I mean, that's true, but I don't care about anyone else. Sus Among Us? Yeah, exactly. Among Us. On the thumbnail goes hard as fuck. Yeah, adaptation. Damnation. I might just start repeatedly using that meme for future thumbnails. Like, I'll put a Jugular in the thumbnail and just it'll be damage attenuation. Or I'll just, like, put Korra's Strangledome and it'll just be strangulation. We've got options. I must complete my task. I'm sorry, Barbecue Sauce. Maybe another time. I don't want to get too sidetracked. I need to cut this stream at some point. After PUBG Mobile, fair enough. Here, put a pin in it. Feel free to DM it to me and I'll show it on the next stream, or just next time when, like, I'm not so pressed for time. I'll show it. We'll get you in on it. More than once? I add it to the list. Is it a bird and just a word with Asian? Yes. That's the meme. It's just that bird, and it'll just say something with Asian at the end. I think it's really fucking funny, honestly. If I pay you money, can you rate my cosplay before you leave for the night? I'm sorry, but no. I will not accept bribes. To the paint bucket. Grim. Irrelevant. Focus on your task. Real and true. That's what they're... like, those words are verbatim what they tell people when they're, like, learning to work at a slaughterhouse. You have to let it go. Nitro has died.
The fucking... yeah.
A friend invite from Orb Valis? I'm literally Orb Valis? No fucking way, dude. It's him. They're right here. Look. Orb Valis, what's been going on, dude? They're right fucking there. Yeah, celebration. Hold on, I gotta bust it down sexual style real quick. The Orb Valis just DM'd me. First name Orb, last name Valis. Yes, correct. It's him. Wally's home. He got Coolin in his tower. Yeah, who's up orbing me, Valis? I got Coolin on my shit, man. I'm a freak man for real. What the fuck is going on in the background? That's just the Orb Valis. Isn't that Cetus? The scene is called The Valis Breathes. So I don't think so. This is just a feature of the Dorma Zone. That's some other weird shit in here. Why is the planet smoking meth? Do you not smoke meth? Let the planet just enjoy things, dude. Let planets enjoy things. This is why I have the meth lab here. Let people enjoy things. Sissy Hypno theme. Yeah, this is the Sissy Hypno Vistograph. Dude, that reminds me of this fucking picture of a guy who's playing like a video on YouTube that's like this spiral, and it says like, you know, like Sissy Hypnosis, and they're holding a frog in front of the screen and showing it the video. It's so fucking stupid. This is the Sissy Hypno thing. Makes breakcore. We support meth usage. Yeah, perhaps. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream here. We've been live for about 2.5 hours. I gotta get back to work on videos tomorrow, or I guess later today, technically. They're turning the frogs. Yeah, exactly. But thank you all for stopping by. VOD playlist is in the description if you want to watch the past streams. Discord's in the description if you want to join and, you know, fuck around over there. I'm not as active as I should be, but feel free to DM me directly if you ever have a question or something. I do my best to respond to those. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Normally I try to have something funny for this, but I don't really got anything this time, so yeah, just see ya.